Good afternoon, good morning. Welcome, Pro Baseball Experience, to Season 29, Week 2, Day 3, Thanksgiving action. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you're having a great day today. Hopefully you get to see some of your family and friends. I'm your host, Legally Blind Gamer. We've got a bunch of games up coming here for you tonight, but before we get started, let's go ahead and we have a few co-hosts with us, and we're going to go ahead and introduce them one by one here. Let's go ahead and get started with my new co-sim team head and fellow simmer. Everybody should know him pretty well. Andrew Orem, AU Gold. How's it going, AU Gold?
If people don't know me by now, it's probably better for them.
Right. Okay, well, thank you for joining us here for Thanksgiving. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see here. Who else we got here? We got on their first season on the stream team joining us here specifically for Thanksgiving. I really appreciate them being here. Co-host Dirk Diglett. How's it going, Dirk Diglett?
Hello, hello. Doing well. How are you?
Good, good. And
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
happy Thanksgiving. And that'll bring us finally to who finally got his first win of the season. Congratulations, PBE Commissioner and good friend Hummus God. How's it going, Hummus God?
My people, happy Thanksgiving. Got 26 of y'all already here. Van, Slothface, Colby, uh, who else? Matt Bake 12, Johnny Patey's here, and you all in the booth with me. So, yeah, it should be a memorable day, historic day here broadcasting on Thanksgiving. And yeah, just grateful that you wanted me to be here. So, looking forward to some great baseball.
Absolutely. Well, before we get started with that, let's just take a second here. And I'm not sure if everybody saw the opening slideshow that we came in with, but please, Hummus, can you give us the origin of a couple of those slides here? Because that's some of the funniest stuff I've seen in a while. Who made those and what's up with that?
You talking about my first win?
Yeah, that one and the one where you're in the dumpster.
Yeah. So what happened was it took me six sims, six full streams to get a win with Alexander Benjamin. I think he was 0-6 with 8 starts going into yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So got my first win. It was actually against your Dynamos. I'm sorry, LBG.
Aw.
And we were last night. Gold was going over like the milestones that people had just hit. Like Coons had just hit 1,000 hits.
Right.
So I was like, I'm so sad that we're going over all these milestones, but we're not going to talk about Alexander Benjamin's first win.
Wow.
That took almost 3 months to get in the sim. So yeah, as a joke, 209 Tacos made me a graphic, and so did Sarah. So
That's great. How many of those were no decisions? I'm sure a couple of them were at least, so they weren't all
Two.
losses. Two. Good, 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 good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started with our action here today. I do have a bunch of stuff I need to read off from our wonderful stats team before we get to our first match. But if you see there on the screen, our first game today is going to be the Buffalo Surge versus the Outer Banks Aviators. But before we get to that, let me go ahead and get to some milestones that the stat team has put together here for today, and we'll go ahead and read off the information for the first game as well. Recent milestones for the PBE right now: 1,000 hits for Rusty Kuntz of the Buffalo Surge, who who's going to be playing here in just a second. We also have 250 doubles from Dub City from Outer Banks, who's also in today's game. 600 runs from Sack Lodge from the Vancouver Vandals. 600 runs from Rusty Kuntz from the Buffalo Surge. 300 stolen bases from Victor Herrera from the Buffalo Surge, and 1,000 strikeouts from Justin Sims of the Death Valley Scorpions. Thank you, my fantasy. All right, possible milestones this sim coming up for today. We have 1,000 hits for Christopher Brew, 5 away. 300 doubles for Andrew Orem, who's on the stream here with us from the Boise Raptors, 2 away from that one. 250 doubles for Geronimo Shidermi from the Buffalo Surge, who's also in this first game, 2 away on that one. 150 home runs for Julio Ruiz from the Providence Crabs, 1 away. 150 home runs from Acuna Matata from the San Antonio Sloths, 1 away. 150 home runs from Christy Abbott, San Antonio Sloths, 1 away. 600 RBIs from Gustav Beauregard from the New Orleans Rougarous, 3 away on that one. 600 runs from Klaus Bergen-Cannon and the Outer Banks Aviators, 5 away. 300 stolen bases from Johnny Tsunami from the Indianapolis Apex, 1 away. 300 stolen bases from Acuna Matata from the San Antonio Sloths, 2 away. 125 walks from Justin Ripspod from the Outer Banks Aviators, 1 away. 100 steals from Matthew Paul from the Matthew Paul of Boise Raptors 2 away, and then finally 1,000 strikeouts, James Pleasance from the New Orleans Rougarous 3 away. So a lot of milestones possible here today. Hopefully, somebody in chat's helping us keep track of those so we can announce those as they do pop up. But what we're going to go ahead and do now is if we can get, I believe I saw something in the chat about there not being an official mod today. So Hummus, if you want to do a over-under on our first matchup here, and we'll go ahead and pull up
Who's playing?
It's going to be the Surge and the Aviators.
Ooh, this should be a pick'em.
Mm-hmm. So there's the breakdown of that, and let me go ahead and go back over here to the stats and read off the information from Chill and the stats team for today's game. And as the prediction says, for their suggestion, who will win? This is a matchup of the two bottom teams in the Legends East as the Buffalo Surge travel to Outer Banks to take on the Aviators in the second game of a 3-game set. Buffalo took the first game 7-5 as we enter game 2 here, with the Aviators looking to bounce back. Team notes: the Buffalo Surge are 15-25 on the season this far, and in 4th place in the Legends East. They are 2-1 against the Aviators so far this season, and are 6-13 on the road. They struggled against right-handed starters at 8-15 so far, and they have been on a slide as of late, winning just 2 of their last 10. The Aviators are 16-24 on the season, which places them in 3rd place in the Legends East. They are 11-5 at home, but 7-14 against right-handed starters. The Aviators are 4-6 in their last 10, including a loss in Game 1 of this series to the Surge. Player notes: Buffalo right fielder Ruben Ramirez has been out to a solid start to the season. Ramirez is slashing .270, .347, .487 with 9 home runs and 15 RBIs. Ramirez has also drawn a solid amount of walks this season, with 17 so far, and has been a strong hitter at the top of the Surge lineup. Outer Banks leadoff hitter enters this game, but not just recently, but throughout the season. Batting .486 in their last 9 games, the third baseman, Dub City, has been ranking all season. The City is slashing .359, .432, .603 on the season, with 5 home runs and 15 RBIs to complement 15 doubles and even 4 triples. The extra base machine also consistently finds ways to second base or better, as City has stolen 22 bases in 26 attempts. Lucky El Charo will start for the Surge. The 30-year-old righty takes the mound for their 11th start as they carry a 4-6 record through their first 10 of the season. El Charo has a 4.42 ERA and 59 innings pitched, with 50 strikeouts and 17 walks surrendered. El Charo has lots of really great performance this season, but also has 4 starts allowing 5 or more runs. El Charo has faced Outer Banks once this season, and it was a clunker, allowing 5 earned runs in just 5 innings pitched that day and taking the loss. Bob Beaumont will start for the Aviators, also a 30-year-old righty. Beaumont is 3-3 through 10 starts and has a 4.10 ERA and 68 innings pitched. Beaumont has 71 strikeouts to just 28 walks, but has been bitten a bit by the long ball with 9 home runs surrendered. The Flamethrower has faced Buffalo once this season, allowing 4 earned runs in 7.2 that game, and earned the win. Keys to victory: the Surge need to be looking to El Charo here to spin one of their gems in this one. If El Charo can set a rhythm and start getting outs early, they can easily produce a strong 7 innings and set up the Surge with a clear path to the win. For the Aviators, they need to look to the top of the lineup to do damage in this one. The bottom half of the order for the Aviators has been lacking all season, but the trio of Dub City, Linus Riverboat, and Klausberger Cannon are a real threat to do damage really often if given the chance. If those 3 can drive in runs, then the Aviators will have a real shot at a win in this one. Whew. So there we go. There's all of our stats for today's game. It looks like that the only stats for today. So we do have 4 minors games coming up, and we'll just hopefully breeze through those. But we're going to go ahead and get started here in this one. Let me take a look at the predictions, see how we did here. And submissions are closed, and it's Aviators 63%, Surge 37%. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and let's do this in rotation. I'll take the first 2 AU gold, the second 2 Dirk the third 2, Hummus the fourth 2, and I guess it'll wrap back around to me in the 9th inning. How's that sound?
Sounds good to
Perfect.
me.
All right,
Love
so
it.
here we
Shout out to
go.
35 of y'all using this as an excuse to not talk to your family right now. We love to be able to help you in any way possible.
Nice. All right, so game number 1. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started, and off we go. Victor Herrera is going to come up first for the Buffalo Surge. And the pitcher is going to come set here. And our first batter is going to be a strikeout. And Herrera is going to be fanned, and that's going to bring up Ramirez. Ramirez striking out as well, and Bob Beaumont off to a decent start here. Gonzalez now. And Gonzalez will fly out to center. What a catch by the center fielder. Man, who was that? That was Tyler Swift. What an amazing diving catch to be able to get them out of that inning. And here comes OBX. Leadoff strikeout from Dub City, and now Linus Riverboat. The second half of that trio we talked about earlier is going to hit into the gap, and they're going to get a double here. A stand-up double for Linus Riverboat. That's going to bring up Klausberg and Cannon. And look at that, Linus Riverboat going to third, and they got him! They picked him off at third, trying to go for the steal, and this one's hit right to first base, and they're going to get the out, and that will retire the side. Moving now to the top of the second, Buffalo coming up. Rusty Kuntz will take a leadoff walk here. That'll bring up Spock. 1 on, no out. Spock in the gap on the left side. This could be a run here. Are they going to turn? Yes, they are. And no throw to home. They went to the relay, but not to home. And that's going to make it 1-0 Buffalo. Kuntz with the RBI. Lane here. That's going to drop, and Kuntz could be coming home. No, Kuntz is going to stay at third. Runners in the corners now for Schwab. And strikeout for Schwab, and that'll be 1 out. Runners at the corners for Shadermi. Shadermi, a bunt here. They're going to get the 1 at second, but the run's going to come home. And that's going to be a sack. No, they did not come home. They stayed at third. We're going to get a walk here now with 2 outs. Juice's base, top of the lineup. Herrera to the second baseman, makes the play at first, and they're able to get out of that one. Buffalo does get 1 on the board. It is now 1-0, bottom of the second. And this one's a towering shot towards left field, and that is out of here. A single run blast by Dan Halen, 431 feet, and that ties the game up. 1-1.
Out of the park.
OBX able to respond here in the second inning. And we're going to check swing strikeout here from McGibbon, and that'll bring up Swift, who made that great play earlier. And Swift will strike out as well. 2 outs now. This dude towering shot towards deep center field, and that is caught at the wall, and that's going to retire the side. We now move to the top of the third, 1-1 with AU Gold.
That was a close one. That could have put the Aviators on top, but nonetheless, we're here 1-1. Ramirez is going to get this one into center field. That will be a leadoff single. Danny Gonzalez going to follow this up with a fly ball to left. That'll be the first out of the inning. Rusty Kuntz is going to strike out, so Spock is going to be put up here, hoping to bring that runner around, and will do so, but only to third. Runners on the corners there with a single to right field. Let's lane to the shortstop. They'll get the out at first and strand 2 runners on the plate.
Out of the park.
That'll take us to the bottom of the third.
iGouts with the 5 Tier 1 subs. Thank you very much, iGouts.
Joe will strike out. I got a subscription.
Nice.
Wow. Fancy me.
Congrats.
Pukas will ground to the shortstop. That'll be 2 outs in the inning. Dub City takes this a liner into center field. That's going to be a single. Linus Riverboat first. Dub City steals second successfully, his 23rd on the season. Riverboat grounds out to the shortstop, and that will be the end of the third. Heading to the top of the fourth, Suave will ground out to the shortstop, 1 out. Shadermi looking for a double here, will take a walk instead, still 2 away from 250 doubles. Cena Jr. will ground into a double play, make that a 5-4-3. Jot that down in your scorebooks, and we'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Bergen Cannon trying to get on base to get himself a couple of runs to add to his tally, but unable to do so there. Dan Halen will strike out swinging from the knuckle curve. Stretch McKibben will strike out as well, and that ends my time here, heading to the top of the 5th.
All right, and Bob Beaumont will lead off the top of the 5th, getting Victor Herrera to round out to short, and then Ramirez will send this one into center where it's caught. Danny Gonzalez now up for the surge with 2 outs, and that one gets over the shortstop's head, so he will be safe at first. 2 outs for Buffalo. Rusty Kuntz up, and Gonzalez is running, and he got the base, so he's in second. But Kuntz rounds out to the second baseman to end the top of the 5th. Tyler Swift striking out now here in the bottom of the 5th. The X game still tied. This dude up will get a grounder to first for the second out of the inning. And Joe, cold hitter, stays cold as he is sent down. Lucky El Charro's 8th strikeout of the game. OBX goes 1-2-3. Pagat up now and flying out to center for a routine first out. Hudson Lane up, and he will get this one down into left field. So runner at first for Buffalo, looking to take the lead in the top of the 6th. 1 out. Suave will be able to draw a 4-pitch walk. Runners at first and second now. Buffalo surge threatening to score here, and that'll be a fly out to center. But Lane will be able to tag up to third. So runners at the corners, 2 outs. Rob Cena Jr. strikes out looking, though. So threat averted for Bob Beaumont as he makes it out of the 6th. OBX to lead it off with Klukas. And he will get that one past the first baseman, a diving first baseman. So the lineup turns over. A couple of hot hitters up now for OBX. And Dub City sends this one gone. Way out of here. 376 feet to right field as Dub City puts OBX on
Out
top,
of the
3-1.
park.
Hot hitters staying hot. Linus Riverboat will follow that one up with a strikeout. That'll be El Charro's 9th of the game. 1 down now for plus Bergen Cannon, who hits this one into right field as well. Gets down, looks like he'll get a double, and he does, sliding into second base. The runner on second, only 1 out for OBX. As Dan Halen strikes out, they've got 1 more out to try to add to the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. McGibbon up, and he gets that one to a diving shortstop who gets up and makes a great throw. So that'll end the inning, but OBX does get 2 on the board. And I will hand it off to Hummus God for the top of the 7th.
Here we go. Happy Thanksgiving, Enoch, who's with us as always, watching over us, not saying a word. That's a fly out from Herrera. Ruben now. Ruben Ramirez with a strikeout on a full count, hacked at it, but was not successful. So 2 out, nobody on. Down 2 runs, needs something here from Danny Gonzalez, the GM, who we rated yesterday, playing some Pokemon, popped out to end the top of the 7th. So here comes Tyler Swift, who's not having a great year at the plate, admittedly, but is one of the best defensive center fielders of all time. That's a strikeout for Swift. This dude will step in the batter's box on a cold streak. Oh, and takes a walk. So that helps at 219 OBP. And a pitching change here. Balkin steps in, Matt Fada. And there's a base hit in center field. So 2 on, 1 out. Klukas, got beamed upstairs. Had to duck from that one. So there goes bases juiced. Juice is based. Dub City with a strikeout. Balkin needs 1 more out to get out of this jam. And they get the out. So they left bases loaded, and Balkin gets out of the jam successfully. The veteran, looking like a veteran. Here we go, top of the 8th. Kuntz. Grounder back up to short, and grounds out Spock. Buffalo needs to do something here. That's a strikeout. Flame McDonald, though, has other plans. And that's going to be a flyout. So Flames roasting the Surge turkey today. I'm just trying all the Thanksgiving puns. Here we go. Bergen Cannon. Dubs, the Aviators up 2 here at home. Halen. Oh, and that was a beautiful grab. A web gem, a Tahini top 5 play by Cena Jr., preventing a potential double. And there's a ground out to end the inning. So we'll go back to LBG for the ninth. Last opportunity for Buffalo to try to tie this game.
Enoch, you want to take the ninth?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Swab grounds out to the second baseman for the first out of the inning. Shadermi gets a blades hit past the looping base hit, and he's on first with one out. Rob Senior Jr. strikes out swinging against Blaine McDonald. And that is a base hit for Herrera, so it's 2 on, 2 out. Let's see if the Surge can do anything with Hunter Sky coming into pitch now. And Sky strikes out Ramirez, and that will end the game. OBX over Buffalo 3-1. So looking at the box scores here, it looks like a couple of hits for Spock and Lane over on the Surge's side, but really not much going on. Over on OBX's side, Dub City went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs to lead the way for OBX. Over on the pitcher side, Lucky Alcharo with 11 strikeouts, but takes the loss. Bob Beaumont with the win, and McDonald the host, Sky with the save. And the player of the game is Bob Beaumont.
All right. Well, first game in the books. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the box scores from around the league. Our next one here is the Boise Raptors versus the Vancouver Vandals. Boise winning this one with the score of 6-5, 10 hits to 12 in this one. Looking at Boise's batting, several decent hitters here, but the best one it looks like is going to be Sax Justice. 2 runs, 2 hits, and an RBI. Over on the Vancouver side, 3 hits and an RBI for Stand Up, 3 hits and 2 RBIs for Andrews. Pitching for Boise, Andrew Lucas getting their 6th win of the season with Miller their 4th save. Over on the other side for Vancouver, Giuseppe Tosin taking their 6th loss. Player of the game is Sam Andrews. And I guess that'll put us with AU Gold on the next one.
Loss take down the Mako 6-5. A 1-run ninth is what does it for the Sloths there. Let's see, we've got 2 hit games for McDonald and Jimenez, so 2 for 4 with 1 RBI and a run for McDonald. A couple extra hit games on the other side as well. 3 hits for McNasty, so that's a pretty good day. Let's see, Mrazek will take the win and blown save for San Antonio. Achu takes the loss for Maui, and Connor McNasty is your player of the game.
4 in runs. Ouch.
Actually, can we go back real quick?
Sure.
I just want to take a look at Matata and Abbott up at the Sloths. Did either of them give it a home run? Nope. All right, we're good.
All right.
Trying to keep an eye on those milestones there.
And this will take us to Dirk Diglett for the next one.
All right, Krabs taking down the Voyagers 5-2, a 3-run fifth, put the Voyagers away and kept them away for the rest of the game. Great. Ruiz driving in 3 RBIs, crossed us with the home run. Ruiz getting those RBIs off the home run as well. Kirk Swerve setting 1 yard for the Voyagers. 2 for the Voyagers. Pitching Horse takes the loss, giving up 5 runs in 6 innings. He will now be 5-3. Dasani Voss getting their 2nd win. Kagamine getting the save for Providence. Dasani Voss, your winning pitcher and player of the game. There are 107 pitches.
And with that home run in that game, Ruiz hits 150 for career. Congratulations.
Congratulations. And this will be Hamascott on this one.
Scorpions winning against the Sea Serpents on the road 4-3. Look at that. Top of the 10th, Trevor Duncan with a solo shot off of Sink. So Seattle losing a heartbreaker. DBS moving to 31 wins on the year. 2 hits for a lot of folks on DBS. Alderson, Boss Jr., and Doctor. And Cruz on the opposite side, on Seattle's side, had 2 hits. Sullivan got the start. Sink took the loss and the blown save. Baxter got the win in relief. Troy Pressing with a freaking gem for my fantasy team. But Danny Sullivan, the starter for the losing team, got a no decision, went 8 innings to earned. Is your player of the game.
All right. Guess this
At me now?
Yep.
Okay. So Nashville over the Supernovas, 11-4. Nashville with the 21st win of the season, moving them past 500 again. And over on the batting side, Nashville led by Bongo Luongo, 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs, and a 5 for 5 day by
Wow.
Jimmy Smith with a couple of RBIs. Over on Sarasota's side, 3 for 4 day and a couple of RBIs for We Them Boys, and a 3-hit game by Poppin in left field. On the pitching side, Mazeroski pick up their 5th win of the season, striking out 10. And so on Sarasota's side, Warner takes the loss. He's now 0 for 11. That's fun. Okay. Player of the game is Jimmy Smith.
And it looks like Jimmy Smith ties the Champions regular season
Yep.
game record for hits with 5. So congratulations, Jimmy. All right, and that takes us now to our next game, the Demons and the Apex. And the Apex win this one, continue to roll here. 32-9 on the season, have not gotten into double-digit losses yet. Scoring this one was 2-0, 4-hit shutout. Demons were able to have a pretty decent pitching performance as well, but Apex just able to keep them down here. Detroit batting, let's see here, any multi-hit games? Yes, Drachenberg getting 2 hits. Over on the other side for Indianapolis, looks like a home run here from Parmalee. Pitching-wise for Detroit, Ricky Vaughn, who we just had in our intro here, taking the loss, their 3rd of the season for Detroit. And for Indianapolis, Dogwood Maple, their 8th win, 8-1 now for Dogwood, with Barron getting their
1.35 ERA. Goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Ridiculous.
That is crazy. Barron with the 6th save. Dogwood Maple is your player of the game.
Nice job, Parm, hitting that homer.
The Rougarou take down the Toro 6-4. Rougarou just approaching that 30-win mark there. However, we can go down and see Hafner going 3 for 4 with an RBI and a run. Couple extra multi-hit games for DiStefano Jr., Torrent, and Brew, as well as Witt and Rogers on the other side. McDougal takes the win. Wright takes the hold. Pleasance takes the save. Robert takes the loss for Cancun. And Christopher Brew is your player of the game. I believe that puts Brew pretty close to his 1,000 hits now.
Nice. All right, well, that does it for the majors. Now we're going to take a look at the minors box scores, and this is, oh no, Dirk Dicklet.
All right, the Wheelers sinking the Dynamos 7-3. A couple late runs there as we had a close game early, but the Wheelers pulled away. Wolfington for Anchorage going 2 for 5, and Bobby Roode with a 4 for 5 day for a nice Thanksgiving performance at the Dish. Quinn taking the loss for the Dynamos, giving up 5 runs in 5 innings, dropping into 4 and 5. Hartman starting for the Wheelers, but Ronson gets the win in relief. They'll now be 1-1 on the season. Noah Hartman, your no decision starting pitcher for Anchorage, getting player of the game.
And the Bears dropping the Swifties. Yay, my team lost. This time it was in the top of the 11th. Stradley hitting a 2-run homer off of the bot. New Romantics. Shout out to my boy Swice, who was with us. I don't know if he's still with us in chat. Let us know if you're still here. It's one of my best friends I grew up with. Showing support. Speaking of support, I supported my team and they did not support me. Alexander Benjamin went 5 innings and did not give up a single run. Marvell gave up 2. That's AJ. This is the AJ Hummus matchup. But Stradley, I want to check out his stats real quick from the Bears side. Stradley went 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, had that epic 2-run homer to win the game, and the Bears win despite actually a good start from Benjamin. Wow. Redemption arc?
Oh, we have the Florida Flamingos beating the California Firehawks. Flamingos moving to the 28th win of the season, and that is off a walk-off in the bottom of the 11th. I believe it is Haverson taking the walk-off walk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that graph.
Look at that graph. Look at that graph. The Firehawks took the lead, and then Flamingos came back in the bottom of the 11th. Over on California side, 3 RBIs for Stern, a 3-hit day for McGuire and Larson, and also Billy Nelson there on the bottom of the lineup there. Lots of hits going around. On Florida's side, Brizzo with 3-4 day, 2 RBIs. He's batting 381. Just a cool 381. And Yuppers also 378. That's insane. Okay. And on pitching side, Mrs. Dirk gets a no decision. Wilson takes the I think it's Carl Wilson takes the loss, a blown save loss over on Florida's side. Parsons get the no decision, and Papa Freddy gets the hold. Bingo gets a blown save, and Quill gets the win. Player of the game is Brizzle. I'm such a
Brizzo.
so
In there.
That's all, folks.
Right. All right. That takes us to our next game. The Kingpins and the Dillos. Kingpins winning this one. 23 wins on the season now. The score in this one 7-3. 10 hits to 9. Looking at the Chicago batting, we have 2 runs, 2 hits from Robert Drop Table Players. 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs from Applegate, and 2 hits, 4 RBIs from Strongarm. Over on the other side for Amarillo, a couple multi-hit games here, 2 hits each from Oatmeal, Dubson, and Glowery. On the pitching end for Chicago, Petra, Pitchy Face, getting their 4th win of the season. Over for Amarillo, Panda taking their 5th loss, and player of the game is Donnie Applegate.
And our final game today, Hepcats take down the Lemurs 5-4, both with a 3-run 6th inning, but an extra run in the 7th sealed the deal for the Hepcats. Oh boy, let's look at that 4-for-4 day with 3 RBIs and a run from Stargasm. That comes off of a 2-man-on triple in the 6th inning. That's where that 3 runs comes from. Very nice. Pitching-wise, we got Garfield with the win, Fujisaki with the loss and blown save, Mosley takes the save, and Jet Stargasm going 4-for-4 is your player of the game.
And that's going to finish us off for our first sim day, the 12th of June. Let me go ahead and pull up the schedule here and take a look at our next game. And it is going to be the Chicago Kingpins at the Swifties. So we're going to go ahead and advance a day and then do a file save here. And we're going to go ahead and get ready. Let me just take one look here at the Stats Team channel, see if there was anything added perchance for this next match. No, it was just the first one. So if Enoch or AU Gold or Hummus would like to get us a prediction going, we can go ahead and start on that. And let's pull up our matchups here, see if that brings any of this into...
You have to finish. Do you like cranberries first? So.
Oh, right.
No, they're separate, but I appreciate the joke.
And it looks like here it's going to be legalized tampering versus Evan Michaels. Tampering is at 28 overall, Michaels at 22, so tampering with a decent advantage here. And it does look like batting-wise, the Kingpins are pretty much in control, a 6-2 with a tie here, especially up here in the top 4 of the lineup. So the meat of the order here, the Kingpins have the advantage, and it's really down here at the 5 and 6 spot with Ayers and Tyler Knox, Max's player, that this is where it finally turns around for him. So we'll have to see if the Swifties can hold on here. They do have the pitching advantage. They do have a few decent batters, and most of these batters here for the Swifties, not that far off from how good some of these Kingpin batters are. So I expect a pretty tight game here. We'll have to see how it goes. But let's go ahead and take a look at our prediction. It is total errors over under 1.5. If you guys want to go ahead and get your predictions in, 91% for over right now. If anybody thinks you're going to get just one error or under, now's the time to get a decent payoff here. We got about 25 seconds remaining on the prediction.
I usually put in 10 points. I'm spending big. I put in 11.
Ooh.
We're gonna.
Ooh.
When I lose these, I'm gonna be very upset.
Right. Oh man. All right. Well, we have about 5 seconds left. Last chance if you want to get something in. An under. Under got a nice boost here right at the very end. So it looks like 54-46. So far, it does not say closed. It says closing in 0.0. I hate how they give you that extra time here in this. You don't know exactly what's going on. Then we get the negative numbers, negative 12 seconds. So
I've got at least 20 seconds on mine still.
Oh, that's weird. All right, so a few seconds left. We do have about 17,000 almost channel points in on this one. So a decent payoff for if you want to get something going. And again, we want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. So glad that you're able here to join us. We have 40 viewers right now, so happy everybody's here with us. Glad you could take some time and join your PBE family for some Thanksgiving simming. We really enjoy you being here with us. And it looks like our predictions are now closed, and we are at over for errors of 1.5 of 48% and under at 52. So under at the very last second there got a decent total put in for bet. And so we're going to get started here with Enoch as our first announcer here, the first 2 innings, and Brock Sampson is going to be our first batter up. So here we go. Game number 2, the Swifties and the Kingpins.
Alrighty, we have Brock Sampson leading off for the Swifties against Evan Michaels. And the pitch, and that is a diving.
Whoa.
Oh, that's a diving catch by the shortstop. Wow. Or it was the second baseman. I didn't know they were shifting, but okay. Wow. So and Shark Puppet strikes out for the second out. And that is a grounder by Brian Eshelman to the second baseman, and that is a quick 1-2-3 inning off of that crazy diving catch. And legalized tampering is on the mound now, and it gets table player to ground out for the first out. Wayne Shorsey will get the base hit past the second baseman. It's 1-on-1 out. Hayden Andrews coming up, and that is a wild pitch.
Fumble
possibly wild
bumble.
pitch. And that is a base hit up the middle for Andrews, and Shorsey will come in to score. So it's 1-0 Chicago over the Swifties, and that is another that is a pass ball.
Fumble bumble.
And now Applegate will, oh no, that's a infield hit, and it's now 2-0. And that is Demetrius Danger will get this into the gap, and let's see if they will send the runner, and they will, and Danger will make it all the way to third while Applegate comes in to score. It's 3-0 now, Chicago over the Swifties. And there's a grounder to the shortstop, and that will get the second out of the inning while Danger comes in to score. Messner will sky this one to right field, and that will do it, but not before the Swifties gives up 4 in that inning, and they're quickly down 4-0. And there's a walk to Blake Decker, and just 1 on, no out. Christian Ayers, and they'll get this to the wall, and that is a double at least, and they'll hold the runner at third. And there's a stand-up double for Ayers. Tyler Knox will strike out swinging for the first out. Scott Williams up, and he will take a walk. So his bases loaded with 1 out, with Argyle coming up, and Argyle will hit a slow tapper to the catcher, and he will step out at home to get the force. And a grounder, and that goes past the second baseman, and that scores 1, scores 2, as they Belong With Me gets the 2 RBI single, and that is a lineup by Brock Sampson to end the inning. So the Swifties chip back a little bit with 2 on the top of the second. Moving into the bottom of the second, with Cleary striking out to lead off the inning. Pulse Demon will take the walk. 1 on, 1 out for drop tail player, and he'll hit a shallow fly ball to right for the first out. Wayne Shorsey coming up with Pulse Demon, and he'll get there safely. And oh no, it's bobblehead at second baseman by the second baseman, and Shorsey staying at first. And Shorsey will take off, and he will be caught. And they'll catch him for the third out of the inning. So we'll move to the top of the third.
And here we go. Puppet is our first batter up here. And they're going to get it to the gap in center, and that's going to be a leadoff single for the Swifties, and that'll bring up Eshelman. Eshelman through the gap past the third baseman, and that'll put another runner on. 2 on now, no outs for Decker. Decker striking out. 1 out now for Ayers. Ayers hitting they get the 6, the 4, and the 3 with the double play. And they're going to get out of that one as we move now to the bottom of the third. Chicago up. This one right to the first baseman, and Andrews is out. And now hot hitter Applegate. Applegate to the gap in center, and that'll be a base hit with 1 out, which will bring up Danger. Demetrius Danger. And a line out almost to left field, and that is out number 2. Runner still at first, 2 outs for Strong Arm. Strong Arm, towering shot towards left field, does not have the distance though, and is caught for the 3rd out. Top of the 4th we go. Swifties down by 2, need to get something going here, and that'll do it as Knox gets a leadoff single. Cold hitter Williams. Knox going for second, and they're going to be safe. Runner in scoring position now for Williams. Line out to the third baseman. What a catch. Argyle now. Third baseman gets this one, keeps the runner at second, and gets the out at first. You belong with me. And they're going to get him. Oh no! There's your second error of the game, and that's going to be for the overs as we move now to 2 errors total. And a run does come on to score. That will be a flyout. And Swifties get 1 more on the board, only trail by 1. Bottom of the 4th we go now. Chicago over the second baseman's head, and Messner is getting on with the base hit. The 4, the 6, but not the 3, as Cleary is able to get to first. 1 out. This one to the gap in center, and runner's going to stay at second. Robert drop table players now, 2 on to the first baseman, and they go back to first again from second, but do not make the play. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, and line drive down the left field line. This is going to score a runner, maybe 2. Runner going to third, and they are making the turn round home, and that will score 2. It is now 6-3 Chicago with the RBIs from Shorzy. Pitching change here already for the Swifties, and this one's through the gap on the right side. That will score another run. Runner coming home, and they are safe as Andrews gets an RBI single here. It is now 7-3. 2 outs still. This one to the second baseman. They do make the play, and finally Chicago does get out of the inning as we now move to the top of the 5th with AU Gold.
I think this game's been going on for about as long as the other one has, and we're only in the 5th inning.
Right.
Puppet, who I'm curious on Puppet's height, looks tiny compared to the other players. That's an error in center field, so Puppet's on first.
Bumble.
He's had 3 errors so far this game. Eshelman's going to go ahead and send this one to the left field corner. That should be extra bases. Easy double. Runners in scoring position for Decker, who that's going to get past the second baseman, should score 2. Oh, but no,
Wow.
Eshelman's thrown out at home. So Decker takes second on the throw, but now the only base runner on the base paths. Aries gets him over to third, but out at first. Knox is going to drive home that run with a little bloop single to left. Williams is going to fly out to right field, and that will end the 5th as the Swifties take 2 runs that inning, make it a 2-run game. Danger is going to send this one to center field for the first out. Looks like now Narrow Mantix is on the mound. Strong Arm sends this one to left field. That'll be a single. Messner, grounder to the third baseman. They get the 5-4-3 double play there. That's going to end the inning, so still a 2-run game. Argyle is going to ground that one to the first baseman. Pitcher will help him out. You belong with me. Grounder to the third baseman. Easy play. And Brock Sampson gets that one-liner to the second baseman. He'll take that himself, and end of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th here. Oliver Cleary is going to walk on over to first. Pulse Demon is going to ground that one to the third baseman, and they get the force at second, but that is all. Little Bobby Tables. Whoop. Okay. Pulse Demon will take second on that. Bobby Tables still has strike out, and Shorzy trying to get that runner from second home. Gets this into center field. They should send the runner, but he's going to get thrown out at home as well.
Wow.
2 in the past 2 innings. Oh. Head to the top of the 7th, though. Go ahead, Dirk. Take it on over.
All right. So Tiny Shark Puppet up to bat, grounding it to the second baseman for the first out at the top of the 7th. Swifties down 2 here. Brian Eshelman, hot hitter, steps into the box, grounds another one to second base. With Blake Decker, the last out for the Swifties possibly, but he gets that one down in center field for the first hit of the inning, and Ayers sends this one to left where it's caught. Routine was able to just take a couple steps up and catch that one. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. Hayden Andrews now for the Kingpins, who strikes out. That is T2's 20th strikeout on the season. Looked like a hit and run there as Applegate sends this one into the gap, and they'll go into second base. Sorry, that was the fielder. Tricked my eyes a little bit. Runners on second, one out for Danger, who gets that one in the gap. So now there'll be runners at the corners. Applegate didn't even try to come home. Strong arm flies this one to right, and they think about testing the runner, but they hold him. So keeping him at the corners, 2 outs for Messner. They're able to draw 4-pitch walk. So bases load now for Cleary, who rounds this one down to third base. He's able to whip it to second and get out of the jam. So the Kingpins stay on top, 7-5. Top of the 8th for the Swifties. Tyler Knox back up to bat. Hits this one to right field. Looks like it's going to be caught, and it is. Scott Williams, the catcher now for the Swifties, grounding one to second for the second out. And Red Argyle now stepping into the box and is punched out looking. So Swifties go down in order. Bottom of the 8th, Paul Steeman flies out to left field. Lineup flips over. Drop table players grounds this one to first base, who comes off to the bag, throws to the pitcher. Second out, Wayne Shorzy steps in, gets that one, slips it past the second baseman. So they will be on. 14th hit of the game for the Kingpins, and Hayden Andrews gets this one into left. Another hit for them. They've got runners at first and second now, trying to get some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 8th. And Applegate, hot hitter, flies this one out to right, but it is caught and dropped. So that will keep him in the game, keeps the inning alive, and the Kingpins add another run after the error in right field. Danger sends this one into center, and they are able to glove that one. So the error does cost them a run, but that is all. Top of the 9th. Passing this back to Enoch.
Hummuscott.
Hummuscott.
We here now. You belong with me. Belongs back to the dugout, unfortunately, with the ground out. Sampson with a grounder right to the second baseman. That's a ground out. 2 out, nobody on. Last chance. Puppet. There's a base hit in center, tying run on deck. Eshelman, who's on a hot streak, with a pop up to right, and that will do it. Chicago on Thanksgiving gets the win at home over State College. An offensive slugfest, 13 runs combined, 4 errors combined, so a sloppy game here. 2 RBI for both Shorzy and Andrews. 2 RBI for You Belong With Me, which is a bot, which is hilarious, who's outperforming all the actual humans. We'll check out pitching now. Michael's got the start, Kingpin with the win, Mitch the T-Rex with the save, and Tampering takes their 4th loss, giving up 7 earned. Shorzy is your player of the game.
Guess this
Who's
one's
this?
Enoch.
Oh, that is me. Sorry, my bad.
No worries.
So the Anchorage Wheelers gets their 31st
Wait.
win.
Oh, 0 runs in the 9th, right? Sorry. In that last
Huh?
game, there were 0 runs in the 9th. I did a 9th inning bet.
Oh,
Yeah, 0 runs in
Yeah.
the 9th.
yeah, no runs.
Sorry about that.
So this one went all the way to the 17th, by the way.
Glad we did not watch that one.
Jeez.
Oh, that would have been a. And the Wheeler scoring 1 on the top of the 17th off of a Bennington sac fly to take the lead. So Bennington, aside from that, beyond the sac fly, he went 5 for 7 with 2 runs scored. And there's 15 hits on Anchorage side, 8 at bats for like a few people. And on
Look
Bruce
at
City
that.
side,
5 players with 3 hits or more for Bruce City. Wow.
yeah, that's 21 hits and somehow only managed 3 runs. That is aggravating and impressive. Look at the amount of pitchers.
They use the whole bullpen.
Oh goodness, all the bots were used.
Yeah.
So cap penalty takes a no decision in that. 2 gets the win. Kai gets Husky is actually Key is that's actually how you're supposed to pronounce it. Key gets the save. Bruce City side, Young gets a blown save. Kozak takes the loss, despite not giving up an earned run. So I guess that was an unearned run at that top of the 17th. Player of the game is Max Bennington, and at the house that pancakes built.
And Bennington ties the Anchorage regular season extra inning game record for hits with 5. Wow. All right, that'll take us to our next game here, the Firehawks and my Dynamos. And my Dynamos get a win here and get our 15th win on the season. A score of 6-4, 8 hits to 12. Yay, Dynamos. Looking at our batting here for California, 4 for 4 with an RBI for Tree. Look at that. Tree having a great day. 2 hits for Jackson Jr. Over on the Dallas side, 2 RBIs for McLaughlin, 2 hits for Big Iz, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Groves. Pitching for California, Commissioner Gordon taking their 4th loss of the season, with Dallas's Jose getting their 3rd win, Winstein their 1st hold, and Rodriguez their 2nd save. Player of the game is William Groves.
The Dillos take down the Hebcats 4-2 in the bottom of the 10th. Looks like a walk-off 2-run home run from McPingerson. So the Dillos win this game, 1 game under 500 now. We're going to go with a 3-for-3 day with a run from Dubson, as well as a 3-for-5 day from Sile for Kansas City. LGM takes the win for the Dillos, going 3 2/3, coming in relief. Evil Dictator takes the loss, well deserved, and Randy Hank is your player of the game.
All right, and our final Miners game sees the Lemurs walking off the Flamingos in extra innings, winning 4-3. Lemurs going now to 16-27 on the season. Over on the Louisville side, Esquilito going 2 for 5 and driving in an RBI, leading the charge offensively for them. For the Flamingos, Scudder gets the start, giving up 3 runs in 5 2/3, but Feathers is hit with the loss. Over on the Louisville side, Crimps, no decision in the start, but King Julian comes in, pitches 2 scoreless innings in relief, and gets the win. They'll be 3-2. Garrett Scudder, your starting pitcher for the Florida Flamingos, is your player of the game.
All right, and that finishes us off for the Miners. Now moving on to Hummuscott, giving us a box score for our first Majors game.
Here we go. Vandals prevail 3-1 over Boise, moving to 14 wins on the year. Flip-flopping. No, just kidding. I said they're going to flip-flop records with the opposing team, but they did not. I can't read. King, though, 2 RBI, 3 for 4. Talked to him recently, helped him get his roles updated in the main server. So kudos to King. Pryor went 2 for 4. And Pluto, Johnny Baseball, 2 for 4, having another great year. Takahashi with the win. Daly with the loss. And Glims TC, Takahashi, finally getting some nice sim respect, going 7 innings, 1 earned, moving to 5-4 on the year. And Takahashi is your player of the game. I have no idea who's next.
Enoch.
I think it's back to me. So the Surge beat the Aviators 3-2, and on Buffalo's side, not a lot of scoring here, but Suave did go 3 for 4 with RBI to lead the way for Buffalo. Over on Outer Banks side, a couple of hits for Riverboat, and that is it. On the pitching side, Diggers Jr. went 7 innings with 7 strikeout, picking up his 2nd win of the season. Strand with the hold. Ginsburg with a save. On Outer Banks side, Funk takes the loss. And player of the game is Greg Digger Jr.
And our next game, the Sloss and the Makos, and the Sloss beating the Makos again. Sloss now 29-13 on the season. The score in this one was 9-2, 17 hits to 9. Looking at San Antonio's batting, several multi-hit. Oh my goodness! Every single player got a hit for San Antonio, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them getting multi-hits. But the best 2 here. Let's go with Trevon Knight with 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and Pork Chop Sandwiches, 2 runs, 3 hits, and an RBI. Over the Maui side, only single hit games, but it looks like a home run here from Gofford. Pitching-wise for San Antonio, King George III getting their 4th win of the season, 4-5 now for them. Kuramochi taking their 5th loss for Maui, and player of the game is King George III. George III, 7.1 innings pitched, no earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 104 pitches.
All right, the Crabs take down the Voyagers 6-3. 1 in the 9th, though 5 in the 5th for the Crabs, so good offensive showing there. Two-hit day from Will Love. We're going to go 2 for 3. 3 RBIs, 1 walk, and a run. That run coming off of a solo home run, it looks like. Ivy Leaf takes the win for Providence, going 6 2/3. Toasties takes the loss, going 4 2/3. Will Love is your player of the game.
All right, and the Stars beating the Supernovas once again, 9-5. Nashville adding a bunch of runs to a slimmer lead there in the 6th, 7th, and 8th to secure this win. On the Nashville side, a lot of great hitting, especially at the top of the lineup. Brandon Fry going 0 for 5, but batting in 2 runs. So that's always interesting. Sanchez, your pitcher for Nashville, gets the win though now, 7-2, giving up 3 runs and 7 1/3, and Chigano getting their 3rd save on the season. Bill the Hill taking the loss for Sarasota. They gave up 5 runs and 6 2/3. Giovanni Sanchez, your starting pitcher for Nashville, will get the player of the game in the Sarasota Superdome.
Yes, avoid yellow snow. Good suggestion from Deep Arm. Demons bridling the apex 3-1. Probably my favorite verb that OTP has
Bridle.
in its database is bridle. Yep. Winning 3-1 against the apex, an upset for the Demons on the road. It's a good sign for them as they take down
Calm down.
the top team. I mean, Apex are they're the champs. 2 RBI for Dingle, who wished me happy Thanksgiving earlier. So appreciate you, Mr. Taco Shop. And Quinn, Jody Groundball, 2 for 3. Nice day at the plate. Just wasn't enough. Dion takes the loss. Good day, all things considered. But Diglett, who's with us in the booth, 7 2/3, 1 earned, gets player of the game. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, gave up 1 homer, but carried his team against the team in the majors.
Gratster.
Colby
3
said
ERA
careful.
could be better.
Colby's asking me, begging me to be careful with what I say when I'm complimenting teams here.
Yeah. Okay. The Rougarous beat the Toros 10-1. Over on the let's start with Cancun side. Not really a lot going on. Ernie Witt did get the solo shot, and he went 1 for 3, and that was the only hit. That was the only hit and the only run of the game. Scroll back up. Of the game for the Toros. For New Orleans side, you have Beauregard with the 3 for 4 day, DiStefano with 3 RBI day, a couple of hits for Valor, a couple of hits for Hafner, so they just kind of just absolutely unloaded on Cancun's pitching. So let's look at the pitching. On Cancun's side, Molly Mitchell takes their 4th loss. And on New Orleans side, Nakamura takes the 7th win, going 7 strong inning, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts. And the player of the game is Hiro Nakamura.
And that'll take us to our final game, the Seattle Sea Serpents and the Scorpions. And the Sea Serpents beating the Scorpions here, getting their 19th win of the season. The score in this one was 6-3, 13 hits to 5. Taking a look at Death Valley batting, 2 hits from and Duncan getting 2 RBIs. And for Seattle, 3 runs, 2 hits for O'Sullivan, with 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Campbell. Pitching-wise for Death Valley, Herbie Farnworth taking their 3rd loss, 6-3 now for Farnworth, with Seattle's Booze Gooser getting their 3rd win. DeMarco having a great season right now, getting their 6th hold, and Perry Hodder their 3rd save. Player of the game is Booze Gooser. Gooser, 6.0 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, 91 pitches. And that's going to finish us off for the 13th of June. Let's go ahead and take a look at our schedule here for the 14th, and it is going to be the Lemurs versus the Flamingos. So we're going to go ahead and advance a day and save this one here. There we go. And let's go ahead and pull up our matchups as hopefully one of our co-hosts here can get a prediction started for us. Let's see what we got here as far as matchups, if that might influence anything. And so right now, batting-wise, it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Flamingos, 2 for the Lemurs, and 3 ties. So very close here, just barely in the Flamingos' favor. But the Flamingos do have the advantage here with Vernal Bloodshine at 27 overall versus Patrick McCoy at 25. So a little bit of a pitching advantage, little bit of a batting advantage. But Lemurs, do have some decent batters here, so we'll have to see how that goes. Let's go ahead and see how the predictions are going here. Strikeouts over under 11.5. So if you want to go ahead and get a prediction here, will they get 12 strikeouts? Will they get 11 strikeouts or less? 12 strikeouts or more for the whole game. Now remember, this is for all 9 innings for both sides. Personally, I think over might have the advantage here, but we'll have to see how this goes. A lot of big batters here, and it might be overwhelming for the bullpens once they get further on in the game. That's where I believe some of the strikeouts will be coming, probably later on. But a few seconds left here in the prediction if you want to go ahead and get one in last second. 86% to 14% over right now, thinking 95 to 5%. Wow, we just got a few coming in for under at the last second. Last chance to get your prediction here before we get started. And there we go. Submissions are closed. 82% for over 11.5 strikeouts total, with 18% at under. And so we're going to get started here with Eddie Gar, our first batter up, with Hummus God, starting us off our first 2 innings.
I just put up a better dessert poll between apple pie and pumpkin pie. And Eddie Gar will step in for the Flamingos. McCoy will take the mound. And Eddie Gar will ground out for the first out of the game. Halverson for Florida. Skies one into right center, got under it, but didn't get enough on it. That's 2 outs. Brizzo gets the first hit of the ball game, breaking up this no-hitter from Patrick McCoy. Babe Bufflin now with a ground out to second, and that will end the top of the first. They get 1 hit, no runs, no errors. A grounder and a ground out for Brownawell for Louisville. Still rocking the Hepcats gear. There's a base hit in center field for Carrillo, breaking up the Bloodshine no-hitter. Escoleto. And that's back-to-back base hits for the Lemurs. That's Al Gringo. And now the sun is setting here. And there's a line out from Barry Bonds to right field. So 2 out, 2 on for McGee, who gets the fielder's choice out at second. And that will end the first. They got 2 hits, left a couple on. And we'll go to the top of the second. Yuppers. Otter. Ground out, who was with us last night. Shout out to him. Cabrera, a young Miguel Cabrera with a ground out. And Jeff the Giraffe with a pop up and a pop out to end the top of the second. They go down in order. Hendricks for Louisville with a pop out, got a lot under it. Davidson, cold hitter, will stay cold. That's a ground out. Eliason, 2 out, nobody on. And a ground out for Eliason ends the second. I'm going to pass it on to Enoch.
All right, and that is a sky out for
Whoa.
Datamax.
Ground
Oh,
rule
did he
double.
drop it? Oh, it's a
Ground
ground
rule.
rule double. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird. Okay. Did not. Okay. Bond. Okay, Eddie Gar is up, and it was a ground out to the shortstop, and that'll be the second out of the top of the third. Harrison will get a base hit over the second baseman's head, and there was Sen. Oh, it gets thrown out. Datamax gets thrown out at the plate to end the inning, so no runs for Florida. And we'll move to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the lineup for the Lemurs. Eldeli flies out, and that is a deep drive by Brownwell, and that is gone.
Would you say that was to
435.
left field?
Making it a 1-0 ball.
Out
game.
of the
Oh,
park.
yeah, what a ball game. Carrillo is up, and he will strike out for the second out against Bloodshine. Escoleto will get a base hit back up the middle. There's a 2-out knock there. And Barry Bonds, will ground out to the shortstop, and he'll go a short way to end the bottom of the third. 1-0, Lemurs over Florida right now. Giovanni Brizzo will ground out to the third baseman for the first out. Bufflin will hit a little a grounder it'll be an infield hit for him. Yuppers and as a diving catch by the center fielder for the second out. Cabrera will sky this to. Did they drop that? They dropped
He
it.
dropped it.
He dropped it. Okay, and that is a base hit by Giraffe, and that will bring Bufflin home. So a costly error there as Datamax comes up, and Datamax will sky this into left center, and the center fielder will make the catch to end the inning, but not before Florida ties it up on a dropped fly ball by the second baseman. Diddle McGee will strike out to lead off the inning. Hendricks coming up, and he will strike out as well. Davidson will hit a towering fly ball to left. It will be caught by the left fielder to end the bottom of the fourth. And next up is Dirk?
No, me.
Oh, you. Okay.
Bottom lineup here for the Flamingos. Bond is up. And Addison Bond's going to get thrown out. Out number 1. Top of the lineup now. And this is over the third baseman's head. And Gar's going to get on with the single. Thought about going to second, but stayed. And Halverson now. Gar's going to first. And that's going to be stolen base number 26 now for them. This one right to the second baseman. Makes the play at first, but the runner does move to third. Brizzo. And Brizzo's going to line out, and that'll retire the side, leaving the runner stranded. Bottom of the 5th we go. Lemurs now coming up, and we're going to get a walk here to start us off from Eliason. Excuse me. And this one's hit tapper to the pitcher. They go to first instead of second. The runner does advance. Top of the order now. And the runner is going to third, and they get him out at third. What a pickoff at third, trying to go for the steal. This one's hit to the shortstop, and they will retire the side here. But that was a costly steal attempt at third base. Moving now to the top of the 6th, still 1-1. This is a hard-hit ball towards right field, but that is caught out number 1. And to the shortstop, and Yuppers is going to get thrown out. And now Cabrera with 2 outs. Cabrera through the gap in center, past the shortstop. And they're going to be on with a single with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Jeff the Giraffe. Giraffe, towering shot, hard hit towards right field, going back towards the warning track, and they do make the catch, leaving the runner stranded, and we now move to the bottom of the 6th, still 1-1. Hit ball right to the first baseman, Carrillo is out, Esquilito, and this will be a fly out to center field, out number 2, and now Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds through the gap on the left side. Barry's going to be on with the single with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Diddle McGee. One of the 3 McGee brothers. This one hit to the second baseman, goes to first, gets the out, and that'll take us now to the top of the 7th, 1-1, and here comes AU Gold.
Yep, going to the 7th with only 4 strikeouts in this game. The under looking pretty tasty, like a cherry pie. Datamax is going to ground out to the third baseman. Addison Bond is going to fly out here. Right fielder should catch that. Okay, didn't drop it, so we're good. Eddie Gar will strike out, make that strikeout number 5. Looking a little bit more like an apple pie as we go on. Hendricks takes a walk on over to first. Davidson, failed bunt attempt, so we'll ground out to the first baseman, and they'll actually get the double play there. That's a 3-6-3 double play. Eliason is going to fly this one out to center field, and that'll end the inning. We go to the top of the 8th with 5 strikeouts. Halverson is going to send this one deep to left, and gone just over the wall, 407 feet, as the Flamingos take a late game lead 2-1. Javanthony Brizzo up at the plate now, not at the mound. Definitely shouldn't be there. Grounder to the second baseman by Foglian is going to ground out to the second baseman. And Yepers, is he going to ground out to the second baseman? No, he'll be our 6th strikeout victim of this game very quickly now, approaching the over-under of 11.5. Bottom of the 8th, we got Iodali, ground out to the shortstop. Brownwell will strike out, make that number 7. And Carrillo Grounder to the shortstop, and that will end the 8th. So going to the 9th for Dirk, we've got 7 strikeouts.
All right. And we said that you might see more of these strikeouts here in the end when we get to the bullpen, and that's what's happening. As I take it from A Gold, my now worst enemy for his apple pie takes. And Cabrera hitting a double into right field. Jeff the Giraffe up now trying to add a little bit more insurance for Florida here in the 9th. Giraffe gets this one down, and Cabrera is able to come around and score. So the Flamingos now double their lead, 3-1, top of the 9th. And Datamax dropping down a bunt, but they get Giraffe, the lead runner, at second. Datamax making it over to first. Bond sends this one to second. They get the first out, but unable to turn. So 2 straight fielder's choices leaves Bond at first. And Gar will ground this one to first base as he steps over on that for the final out of the inning. So the Lemurs now, bottom of the 9th, they've got 3 outs left to get now 2 runs as Espolito will strike out looking. I believe that's number 9. 2 outs left for the Lemurs. Barry Bonds flying out, it looks like, yes, to left field as he raced over to the foul line. And McGee striking out to end it. The final out, I believe that was strikeout number 10, as the Flamingos take down the Lemurs 3-1. Adding insurance in the 9th after taking the lead in the 8th. A couple of good hitting games for Florida is Keegan Halverson went 2 for 4 with an RBI, 2 for 4 as well for Cabrera, and Jeff the Giraffe getting 2 RBIs as well. Halverson with that home run for Florida. Bloodshine, your starting pitcher for the Flamingos, gave up only 1 run in 6 innings in the bullpen, shutting them out the rest of the way. Bingo getting the win. Papa Freddy, their 10th save of the season. McCoy gives up 1 unearned run in 4 1/3, but the quick hook, so Bonita takes the loss. They will be 2-2 on the season. Vernal Bloodshine in the no decision, getting the player of the game for Florida. And so that is, just to double check, 9 strikeouts, not 10. I added 1.
Almost
Yes.
a couple away.
Yeah, goes to the under at 11.5. Pretty good line there.
Yep.
I got the next box score right. Yep. Dynamo's trouncing the Firehawks 10-3. Big win for Dallas, trying to get back to 500. 12 games to go now. But they dominated in this one, scoring 8 in the middle of this one. A 3 RBI for McLaughlin, 2 for Groves, 2 for Fielder, 2 for Flanaball, and 2 for McGuire on the California side. Liver with the win, Thompson with the loss, and Jenkins Liver gave up 1 earned in 6 1/3. Is your player of the game. And we're going to pass it on to Enoch.
And the Kingpins take down the Swifties 10-5. Looks like they started scoring the second inning and to the 4th, and that's all they really needed. And on the Swifties side, Samson with a 1 for 4 day. There's a couple of hits for Ayers there, and a couple of RBI for Deckers, and a couple of hits for Williams and Argyle. But yeah, so the offense did do something on them. Go back up. On Chicago's side, it looks like it's a couple of hits for Applegate and a 3 for 3 day for Danger and a 3 RBI day for Messner. Going down to the pitching, Wilson gets the loss, giving up 6 runs, only lasting for 2 2/3. On Chicago's pitching side, Rodriguez Jr. takes the win, and player of the game is Demetrius Danger.
All right, and that'll take us to our next game, the Wheelers and the Bears. And the Bears now 26-18 on the season, beating the Wheelers here at the score of 7-2. Now moved just 5 games back from the Wheelers. Bears trying to make a rally here. 16 hits to 5 in this one. Anchorage batting, we do have 2 hits from Sneaky Sneck. And over on the Brew City side, 2 hits from Honda. Aldridge with 2 runs and 2 hits. 2 hits from Crocs out. Frankenstero getting 2 RBIs, and oh my goodness, 4 for 4 from Conradio. Pitching wise for Anchorage, Somerville taking their 3rd loss, and for Brew City, Millis getting their 4th win. Player of the game is Woe Millis. 7.1 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 119 pitches.
And the last game of the day, the Hepcats take down the Dillos 5-1. I believe this has kind of been a back and forth series, but the Hepcats take this one. We've got 2 hits for Park Factors, Minion and Ion. I know
Anyway,
I know you. Park Factors goes 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a walk. Pitching wise, we've got Sharp taking the win, and Kevin Boate takes the hold. Jones takes the loss, and Daiki I know is the player of the game at the Evans Winter Happy Birthday Shoe Dilla 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 Dome, sponsored by the Seattle Sea Serpents.
I believe that's pronounced in a way.
In a way, that makes much more sense than
right.
In a way.
Yeah, I think I've heard of another player with that same name.
Fair
All right, so that's going to finish us off for this sim day, the 14th of June. No majors games for today. Pulling up our schedule and taking a look for the 15th, we do have a quick sim all. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into that one here. And we do have majors games and no minors games. So since AU Gold got the last one, I believe that's going to be Dirk.
It's me, yes. And this one sees the Voyagers, wow, crushing the Sloss. They throw in 10 runs in the top of the first inning to end up winning this one 14-6. Benny Rodriguez having a great day at the plate, going 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs and 3 runs, 14 hits overall for the Voyagers. The Sloss racked up 11 on their own, and Spudat goes 3 for 4 with an RBI on his side, but it's just not enough. 10 runs in the top of the first took to win games that way. You want to go down and take a look at the pitching. Paul Abadir did give up 3 runs in 5 innings, gets the win with the wonderful run support. They will now be 5-3 on the season. Glenn Davies takes the loss for San Antonio, their second of the season. They gave up 8 runs in 2/3. They obviously, something was going on. They had to get him out of there. Benny Rodriguez with his great day. I believe I saw he had a home run as well, and he is your player of the game for the Voyagers.
And before we move on there, for the Sloss there, Christy Abbott gets 150 home runs on their career with the 1 home run, the solo shot in the 8th inning. And Acuna Matata with 2 steals on the day breaks 300 stolen bases for their career. So the Sloss with 2 milestones in 1 game.
Congratulations, Sloss.
We have a lot of milestones.
Right.
Yeah. Surge dropping the Makos 8-3. Surge moving to 17 wins on the year, 9 games back of 500 ball. 4 RBI for Cena Jr. down at the bottom of the order, and 2 RBI for Harwell. But what a day for Cena Jr. and Lane, who also had 2 RBI of his own. Kagami with the loss, to calm down with the win, and Roxas with the hold. But Rob Cena Jr., the great day in the 9-hole, is your player of the game. And we'll pass it to Enoch. Yeah.
The Vandals walking off the Aviators. Bottom of the 10th, Dan King hit a walk-off single versus Echo Dot. Over on Outer Bankside on the batting, 2 for 5 days for Bergen Cannon. That's pretty much it. Everybody else kind of got a hit here and there. On Vancouver's side, 2 for 4 day for Houlihan, and not too much there too. A couple of RBIs from stand up, and of course the walk off for sack fly for Dan King. On the pitching side, Outer Banks, Justin Rispat with 10 strikeouts, no decision. Hunter Skies takes the loss. Over on Vancouver's side, Pat Rogers gets 7 good innings, so the fact did not factor into the decision. Econo Mides taking the win in that extra inning. Player of the game is Justin Rispat.
And that'll take us to our next game, the Crabs and the Raptors. And the Crabs winning this one, going now one game above 500, 22-21, beating the Raptors in 11 innings. Wow, 3 runs in the top of the 11th to win this one, 7-4, 11 hits to 8. Let's take a look at our batting here for Providence. 3 runs, 3 hits for that's Bergamot. Yeah, Bergamot Lemon. Also 2 runs, 2 hits for Ruiz. 2 hits as well for Slokening. Over on the Boise side, 2 hits for Westfall and 2 hits and an RBI for Johnny Pluto. 2 runs as well for Bodnar. Pitching for Providence in relief, George Washington Crab getting their third win, with Sportsboy 57 their first save, and for Boise in relief, Paul getting their third blown save with Miller their second loss. Player of the game is Bart Murley. Murley, 6.0 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 112 pitches.
The Apex take down the Ruger in a very close game, 7-6. This will be a series that is very interesting to watch. Both really, really good teams right now. Zach Mouse does go 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs, a walk, a run, but also a 4-hit game from Wolf on the side of New Orleans. 4 for 4 with 2 runs on the day. We can go down to pitching here. Bolanos takes the win. Doug Dangley takes the hold. Barron takes the save. D. Ferrari takes the loss. And your number one hitter, Zach Mouse, is your player of the game.
Oh, sorry, muted there. The Toros take down the Supernovas 7-1, dealing the Supernovas their 39th loss on the season. Barry B. Benson with the 10 Ks. Nice job there. 6 hits on the Sarasota side, 7 for Cancun, but they turned them into 7 runs. And Hulkenvettel going 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and scoring 3 runs. Also hit a home run and a double this game. Lefty Bones, your Sarasota starting pitcher, gets the loss for their 11th of the season, giving up 5 runs in 7 1/3 inning. Barry B. Benson giving up 1 run during a complete game, upping their record to 4-5. The 10 strikeouts on the day I previously mentioned, they get the player of the game in Bowie Wowie Stadium.
Ratatouille now 7-1 after subduing the Stars. 32 wins now on the year for DVS. This was a dominant one for them. 2 RBI for Edwards, 2 for Duncan. Look at the 9-hole, 3 for 4 with 1 RBI. Scott the fourth went 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Just a dominant performance by DVS. Ratatouille with the win. Mixon takes the loss. Ratatouille went 8 1/3, 0 earned. Is your obvious player of the game, shutting down the Stars' offense.
And we have the Serpents beating the Demons 6-4 on Detroit's batting side. Looks like a lot of people got hits, but Dinko did have a couple RBIs. On Seattle's side, 2 for 4 day for Davis Campbell, a couple RBI for Sassafras, and 3 RBI for Kripakrisov. Down on the pitching side, Lewis takes the loss for giving up 6 earns in 3 innings. On Seattle side, Homie takes the win. DeMarco gets the hold, and Singh gets the save. Player of the game is Christoph Kripakisov.
All right, that's going to finish this off for the majors. Checking now on the minors. No games for the minors. So let's go ahead and take a look at our schedule for the 16th. And we're going to move on now to featured game number 4, the Amarillo Armadillos versus the Kansas City Hepcats. So we'll go ahead and advance a day and do a file save here. And then take a look at our matchups. So it looks like it's going to be Evan Heed versus Mykutwitz. And both of them with 2 ERAs under 3. So very high pitching caliber game here for both teams. Taking a look at our matchups, it does look like 7-2 advantage for the Kansas City Hepcats in batting. So if one of our co-hosts wants to get a prediction going here for us, and we'll go ahead and get started with game number 4. Let's go ahead and break down these matchups here a little better. So Heed right now is at 33 overall versus Mykutowicz is 36. So a little bit of an advantage here for the Dillos pitching-wise, but definitely in the batting department, other than Oatmeal and Velasquez, Kansas City with a big advantage. And look at this, they have 2 players with yellow overall already in Dustin Johnson and Kent Murphy III. So some big talent here in the Kansas City batting department. Let's see here. How are we doing on the over-under? And we've got walks of 6.5 over-under. If you want to go and get your predictions in, now's the time to do so. Looks like under 6.5's got the big bets here. So if you want to make some money, oh, there we go, 5,000 point bet for over 6.5. So somebody dumping in a bunch of points here near the close of the submissions. Last chance here, about 15 seconds to go. If you want to get one last bet in here, game number 4, the Hepcats playing at the Dillos. And submissions are now closed. So over under 6.5 at 62% for over, 38% for under. And that's going to get us started with our feature game number 4, the Hepcats Dillos. Cole Seltzer is our first batter up, and Dirk Diglett, take it away.
It's Mike Kudovic.
Vanilei Majkudovic.
Ah.
And Cole Seltzer steps in, facing Mike Kudovic for first at-bat this game, and they are able to draw a walk. That'll be Mike Kudovic's 20th walk on the season, and Seltzer's running, and he's in second base, no problem. So Dustin Johnson steps back in, but falls victim to the strikeout. Park factors now up, and they will strike out as well. This one's swinging, so 2 quick strikes outs, and Kent Murphy III steps in now to try to move Seltzer over, and that's a fumble bumble. So we've got runners on the corners as the shortstop couldn't pick up the ball. Stargasm sends this one to center field, but it is caught, so the error does not come back to haunt them as the Dills are able to get out of the inning. David Heed now on the mound for Kansas City, as Erza Oatmeal is able to draw a lead-off walk. Matt Dubson stepping in now after the walk gets that one down in right field. Runners at first and second. Chris Davis stepping in, and he gets that one to the second baseman, who's able to make toss in the turn. So double play, runner at third. Arnold now flies that one to right. So both teams getting third base, but neither able to score. Jacob Minion now leading up the top of the second for the Hepcats. Gets that one to center field, and a nice sliding catch out there by Barnold to erase that hit. David Kane takes a ball on the full count to draw a walk, and Ren Sile for the Hepcats hits a single. So you've got runners at first and second, and then Iwu sends this one to the shortstop, who is able to send that around the horn for the double play. So that'll end the top of the second for Kansas City. Williams to lead off the Dills in the bottom of the second. Michael Williams hitting this to short, sends it over to first for the first out for the second inning. Adam Rage, swing and a miss, strikes out. He's set down, and Juan Carlos Vasquez sends this one out to right field, gets that down for a single. Second hit of the day for the Dillos. Timothy Glovery checks his swing, and they say he didn't go, so that's a walk. One is the first and second from McPingerson, who grounds this to short, and it's tossed quickly over to first to end the bottom of the second. We'll pass this to Hummus to start off the top of the third.
Sarah, do you want to take the third, and I'll take the fourth? Or are you just not talking? That's a ground out to start us off. Seltzer grounds out. DJ will take a walk. Dustillation Nation on first. Park Factors steps in. That's Eldorian, who was with us earlier, lines out to center. Kent Murphy the third. And that's going to be a web gem in center field. Barnold did a full extension to help Savanale Majkudovic. I think I said it right. DG's new player. They get out of that inning, and then we'll go Ezra Oatmeal with a base hit right back up the middle. So Dillos trying to get something going here. And a pop out to short. Oh, I did it perfect. Appreciate you, DG. Davis with a grounder and a ground out to first. Runner on second for Barnold. Barnold with a grounder and a ground out to end the third. And we shall go to the fourth. Sarah, you taking it?
Oh no. Okay. Here is a ball to the wall, and then now a double sliding double in. Actually, pretty easy. I don't know why the guys slid anyway. So now we continue on with Jacob Minion, who also hits a double to center now. And now, like with back-to-back double, you can call that a double-double, which is what happens when you get 2 creams and 2 sugars in Canada. And ask for it at your local Tim Hortons. And now, even though there's a single in right field, the runner is afraid that refuses to go home, and another single as now the Dillos cries fears of continues crying as they can't seem to stop all the hits from coming in. Continuing on, now the Devils are finally able to get out of a deep fly to right field, but the run tags to third. Now the infield corners come in a bit, and the singles continue as a result. Now runners are first and second. As this it continues, and somehow I'm stuck here for even longer than I expected. So, continuing on, now a fly ball is in center field again. Will they tag? No, and they'll just stick it around in a second. As this inning seems to like keep going on, but now it shall end with a deep fly ball to center. Well, actually, not that deep. Yeah. Do you want a deep phrase? Yeah, the world is actually flat. So. Now continuing on to the Devils, who will now bat for the second here, and then now another hit comes up. However, they now try to turn double play, and they do it. That was a 6-4-3. The numbers are hard, but now continue on. We have a quick one now to first, and yeah, let's not do this again for a while.
Who's after me? It's
Perfect.
Enosh.
Goodness. We'll go to the top of the fifth. Kent Murphy Jr. leads off with a fly ball to the left field for the first out. The Stargasm coming up, and that is a ground out to the second baseman for the second out. Jacob Minion now up, and Minion will hit a shallow fly ball to right, and that will be a quick 1-2-3 for the Hepcats. And we'll move to the bottom of the fifth with Glovery, McPinguson, and Oatmeal coming up. Glovery takes the walk to lead off the inning. Pinguson will do a bunt, but they will get the man on second, and so that's a failed bunt there, and that is a shallow fly to left for the second out for Oatmeal. Dubson coming up. Dubson will ground out to the second baseman, and that will be it. And we move to the top of the sixth. And that would be the bottom of the lineup for the Kansas City Hepcat, Kane, Sile, and Inoue. And that is a fly ball to the right field for Kane for the first out. Sile will get a ground out to the first baseman. And Inoue coming up. And that is a little fly ball to the second baseman for the third out. So we move to the bottom of the sixth. It will be Davis, Barno, and Williams coming up for the Dillos. And that is a ground out to second for Davis for the first out. Barno coming up. And Barno will get this one up the middle for a base hit. So 1-on-1 out for Micah Williams, who will strike out swinging for the second out. Adam Rage, the DH, and he'll hit this deep, and this one is gone. That is a 2-run shot for the Dillos, and they cut the lead to 3-2.
Out of the park.
Evan Heat finally giving up runs here. Velezquez to come up to bat, and he will ground out to the second baseman, and that will be all. And you go move to the top of the seventh, and I think it's LBG.
Testing.
I think he's back.
Can you hear me okay? Am I still
Yes,
buzzing?
yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I don't know why, but for some reason my Discord keeps on like every so often like fuzzing out my microphone, but if I go into voice and video and do a mic test, and it for some reason resets it. So I apologize if I was giving you guys a bunch of static there just a while ago, but
No, it's okay.
is it sounding okay though? No static.
Oh yeah, it
now.
sounds fine now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only when you were not talking before that I heard a little bit. I don't know if it could be heard on stream or not, but yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get back in here to the top of the seventh inning, and Kansas City is up, and Johnson is going to be our second batter here, as this one's thrown to first base for out number 2. Park Fackner's now with 2 outs. Park Fackner's, and this is going to be a fly out to center field, 1-2-3 inning, and we now move to the stretch time. Bottom of the 7th we go. Dillo's up now.
You good, Gold?
As this one's shortstop, Glowry is out, Mipingason, and hit to the third baseman, out number 2, top of the order, Oatmeal. And Oatmeal strikes out. 1-2-3 inning. Top of the 8th we go. Still 3-2 Kansas City. Kit Murphy the third. And Murphy's going to get a leadoff walk here. And that'll bring up Jet Stargasm. Stargasm to the gap on right side. And runner going to third. And we're going to have runners at the corners here. Minion now with no out still. Runners at the corners. Minions. And Minion is past the second baseman, who's playing really far in for some reason. Gets right past him, and the runner's going to score, and it is now 4-2. Kane, 2 on, and Kane is going to strike out. 2 outs now, 2 on for Sile. Sile, and this will be a fly out towards left center field, and that will retire the side. We now go to the bottom of the 8th. Oh no, that was 2 outs. 2 outs, excuse me. As this one's hit through the gap on the left side, and this could score a run. The throw, and it's not going to be in time. It is now 5-2 Kansas City. Still 2 on, 2 outs here. This one down the left field line, this could score 2. Bounces against the wall, that comes home 1. Second runner stays, and now we have 2 runners in scoring position for Johnson. Still 2 outs. 3 runs in this inning so far for Kansas City. And this one is down the left field line, but the left fielder does get in front of it, but they do still get 2 runs, and that's a 2 RBI single from Johnson. It is now 8-2 Kansas City. And Dillo's falling apart here late. Finally get a strikeout here and retire the side. And we're going to now move to the bottom of the 8th. Dillo's need to desperately get something going here. Down by 6. This one's hit right to the pitcher, and Dubson is out. Cold hitter Davis now. Davis, and this is going to be a fly out towards right field. Out number 2. And Big Barnold with 2 outs. Big Barnold to the third baseman. Throws all the way across and makes the play. And that'll take us to the top of the 9th. Kansas City up by 6 with AU Gold coming up.
If I've been doing my counting correctly, I believe we're at 7 runs. We'll pay out the over here, just making sure, though, and waiting for the end of the game. Murphy the third grounds out to the second baseman. Jet Stargasm up at the plate's going to fly this one to center field. Caught for the out. And Jacob Minion, that's going to get past the second baseman. That'll be a runner on first for David Kane. That could be an infield single. Well, nope, never mind. That was nowhere close to an infield single. We go to the bottom of the 9th now, needing 6 runs with 2 outs as Williams strikes out. Rage gets that one to the second baseman. That'll be an out. And Velazquez, the last out here, strikes out swinging, and that'll be the end of this game. The Kansas City Hepcats take down the Dillos 8-2 with a big 5-run 8th inning. Minion goes 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs. Stargasm also getting 2 hits in this game, same as Sile. Pitching-wise, we got Heed taking the win, going 6 innings, only giving up 2. Mike Kutowicz taking up the loss, going 5 innings. Garfield getting a save, and Jacob Minion is your player of the game. Oh, actually, hang on. Go back really quick. I just want to double check for the walks. I think it's 3, 4, 6, 7. Yep, 7. All right, cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and the Flamingos get another win off the Lemurs, winning 7-5. Throwing in 3 runs in the 3rd and the 6th, out hitting them 12-13 as well. Great hitting performances on the Florida side. Babe Bufflin going 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs and 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs from Jeff the Giraffe. 5 for Vascolito as well for the Lemurs. Guy Bleedy getting the start for the Flamingos. Gave up 4 runs in 4 innings and 10 hits. Full with. No, go ahead. Or Grisby. Okay, Grisby getting the win there now. 5-0. Thank you, Hummus. Okay, 5-0. Tom getting their 5th hold, and Papa Freddy their 11th save. Been paid, taking their first loss on the season, falling to 0-1. Still racking a 1.26 ERA though on the season. Jeff the Giraffe with their great swinging for the Flamingos, the player of the game.
It is me.
Now you're supposed to talk on this.
Yeah, now I'm supposed to talk. And the Kingpins win 10-7. Swifties fall to 14-31, but the Kingpins move to 26 wins on the season. And we got the co-GM here with us in the booth. 2 RBI for Strong Arm Chicago. Pretty much everyone reached base. Yep, everyone reached base for Chicago in this game. And yeah, just a lot of good standout performances, both teams. But Multiopole with the win, Mitch the T Rex with the save, 22 with the loss, and Merzbow Pulse Demon, despite the 22-minute rain delay, gets player of the game. I want to check out Pulse Demon's stats in this one. 3 for 4, 2 runs scored, and an RBI. So Pulse Demon holding it down in the 9 slot is your player of the game.
Also, Paul Stevens bot.
I could tell.
Oh, Sarah, you want to get this next one?
Sure, why not? The Bruce City Bears drink their way to a 4-3 victory as Tim Anger, pitches as well he does in PBE Online. Shout out to them. Unlike kind of well enough, but unfortunately, it still wasn't well enough and can only grab a no decision is this effort. Now, going on Anchorage, we have Bobby Roode, who was the only one who had multiple hits this game, and also, however, we also had many outstanding performances from Blue City, including Aldridge, Steve, and Roxelle with their Crocs out. Now, to finally, now we have Diamond Arms coming with a relief appearance for the win, and also we have Dudley going in there for a loss, giving up one earned run, which is enough to seal the game for Bruce City. And Tim Stanger will be the player of the game.
Last game that we have here at the Dynamos take down the Firehawks 10-5. Over on the California batting side, multi hits from Stern, Osteo, Larson, and Martinez, and also Nelson. So a bunch of hits there. And on Dallas's side, McLaughlin went 4 for 5 with 2 RBI, 3 for 4 day for Kyle, and 3 for 4 day for Big Iz, because that just looked really weird.
Right.
Because that name absolutely
sticks out at
shift
you.
everything over. Yeah. And a couple of hits from Wilson and Groves. And they were Groves of 3 RBIs there. On California pitching, Lizzie Mitchell takes the loss, giving up 5 over 5. And on Dallas's side, Redecta takes the win. Butter gets the hold. The player of the game is Dennis McLaughlin with that 4 hits that they had.
All right. Well, let's see here. I believe that is it for the minor leagues. Let's take a look at the majors, see if we have any majors games for today. And we have a full docket. Oh boy. All right, so first game, the Raptors and the Crabs. Raptors win this one, go 25-19 on the season now, a score of 9-4, 9 hits to 8. Taking a look at Providence batting, we have 2 hits and a run scored for Joe Burrow, 3 RBIs for Ruiz. Over on the Boise side, hit and 3 RBIs for Tuplan, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Bridget Westfall, and 2 hits each for Andrew Oram and Radiance Ham. Pitching-wise for Providence, Evans taking their 4th loss, with Boise's Rogers Jr. their 5th win, Hamburger their 2nd hold, and player of the game is Toot Bland.
The Sloths take down the Voyagers in a walk-off fashion. Pork chop sandwiches, walk-off 2-run home run against Seavart. So let's see, we've got pork chop sandwiches going 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs. If he is not player of the game, I will be shocked. That's really the only standout performance there. Rodriguez Jr. takes the win, going 3 innings in relief with only 1 hit. Sivart does take the loss, giving up that walk-off home run. Pork chop sandwiches, is your player of the game.
And the Surge tagging the Makos with a 2-1 loss. This now drops Maui to 12-32 on the season, stumbling out of the gate here a little bit. Buffalo are hitting Maui 10-4. A couple multi-hit days, including Ruben Ramirez and Rusty Kuntz. Lane also going 2 for 4 and hitting a home run. Rolo, your winning pitcher for the Surge, giving up 1 run in 6 innings. Big Sexy and Schramm both getting saves, and Ruth Peter Ginsburg their 10th. They were getting holds. Ruth Peter Ginsburg their 10th save of the game. Falcott losing. They gave up 1 run in 5 innings, but that will drop their record now to 1-7. Jack Rolo, your winning pitcher and player of the game, Buffalo Surge.
The Vandals getting past OBX. They win 3-2 with a walk-off 2-run homer. Dan King, motion is the user, off of Flame McDonald, one of the top relievers in the league. Big win for Vancouver. 3 RBI for Dan King. 1 for Burgeon Cannon, who had a great day at the plate for himself. Let's see. Cilium's got the start. Great start for them. Economides with the win in relief. And Flame McDonald recorded 2 outs, but got the loss and the blown save. And Dan King is your player of the game, the walk-off hero for Vancouver. Enoch.
And the Demons beat the Serpents, getting the Demons to 25-19. And on the Demons side, you have a couple of hits from Danny B and Drakenberg, and a couple RBIs from Stacking Paper. And on Seattle's side, a 2-hit day for Fartinghouse and Mellet with a 3-hit day. A couple of hits from Davis Campbell as well, and a 3-for-4 day for McGruff at the bottom of the lineup. Cato picks up his 5th win of the season, getting 6 strikeouts, and I think that is I think he made some milestone. Is this first start or second started in this? We'll check later. There's a milestone that Cato was getting at with strikeouts. And Dirty picks up the save, his 5th of the season. Over on Seattle's side, Crocodile takes the loss, and the player of the game is Walker Cato. That 7 strong inning. I don't know if it's I don't know if there's something specific. I gotta double check on what it is.
I mean, he's two away from 1800.
Yeah, 2 away from 1800.
Oh, that too, but I think I don't think it's a specific number as much as he would break. He would.
Like a leaderboard thing.
A leaderboard thing.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. No. He. Okay, I see what he said. He was 5 away from tying Jose 43 all time. That's what it was.
Oh.
So I gotta double check where they are on that. So okay. So.
All right. You want to grab this one, Sarah?
All right, sure. The Twirls upset the Supernovas as they continue a fortunate win streak. Now, Brewster and Lemonade managed to get redemption and is able to lead the way into victory. Now, continuing on, so Sarasota, we have multi-hit games from Vanderbilt and also BJ Foe, and then in Cancun, we have multiple hit games from Ace Carter, Steve Rogers, and Ernie Witt. Helped propel their offense into Game 5 runs. And then now, over on the pitching side, we have Brewster and Lemonade with a win, as 6 innings with only 2 earned runs, with DJ Law having the hold. And as a loss, we have poor Jazz Maxson, who has a 0-10 record right now. And also 7.79 ERA. Poor dude. Actually, wait, he didn't even get earned run this game, so this is basically his best start ever, I'm gonna assume. But yeah, now player of the game is gonna be Brewster Lemonade.
All right, and that'll take us to our next one here, the Stars and the Scorpions. And the Scorpions win this one, a score of 2-1, 6 hits to 3. Scorpions now 33-11 on the season. Taking a look at Nashville's batting, only single hit games here with 1 RBI from Kay Faraday, hitting an RBI. Congratulations, Kay. Over on the other side, Death Valley, only single hit games, but it does look like a home run here from J Doctor. Pitching wise, for Nashville, Hunter Havoc taking their 7th loss of the season, with Death Valley's Morgan getting their 7th win, and Troy Pressing their 9th save. Player of the game is Stephanie Morgan. Morgan 6.0 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, 87 pitches.
And our final game on this day, the Rougarou take down the Apex 7-2. Said it was going to be an interesting series, and it's gone back and forth there. The Rougarou now only 2 games back from the Apex. Look down at batting. We've got Brew going 2 for 4, I believe. Yes, we can double check this, but I believe Brew goes on 1,000 hits in career with those 2 in this game. Beauregard going 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. That should be 600 RBIs for Beauregard. So Beauregard and Brew both hitting milestones there. Rayner takes the win for New Orleans, and Shifty Lagoose takes the loss for Indianapolis. John Rayner is the player of the game.
And that'll finish us off for this Sim Day, the 16th of June. Pulling up our schedule now, taking a look at our next matchups. We have two days of quick sims before our final feature game, which is going to be the Firehawks and the Bears. So let's go ahead and whip through these here. 2 sim days to go, and we'll do a file save, make sure we get that covered. And we do have majors games, we do have minors games. Since this is normally a minors day, we're going to go ahead and jump into the minors first. And I believe this one is Dirk's.
California's going to make me retire from streaming as the Bears beat the Firehawks again, 9-4. Or the Firehawks lose again, 9-4. Bruce City Bears now 28-18 on the season. A lot of the scoring done early, 8 runs in the second inning for the Bears. A lot of hitting as well on their side. Steve going 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs and scoring twice as well. Couple multi-hit days from California as well. Dotson and McGuire both 2 for 3. Wendy Marv W this time for the Bruce City Bears as Marvell gets their 3rd win, giving up 4 runs in 5 innings for the Bears. And Mrs. Dirk giving up 8 in innings. So it turns into a bit of a bullpen day. The Bots hold their own, but the damage had already been done. Steve, your player of the game for the Bruce City Bears in the Blazing Kettle.
3-2 triumph. Florida is now 31-15 on the year. The defending champs off to a roaring start. 3 RBI for Brizzo, unconfident. And 2 walks for Rage for the Dillos side. 2 walks for Bond as well. Went 1 for 1 with a run scored. 2 for 3 for Yuppers. 2 for 3 for Barnold, though, on the Dillos side. Parsons with the win. Panda takes the loss. Parsons went 8 innings, did not give up a single earned run, is your player of the game.
And Enoch headed out, so whoever would be next in the line.
I guess it's me then. Thank God I don't have to call next one. Let's see. The Whalers beat 11-7 as we continued, I believe, to prove that Benjamin remains a bum. Yep. Now continue on. Now we have many multiple hit games from Samson, Puppet, Decker, and Knox. They were able to score 7 runs. However, they were not able to beat the offense of Anchorage, who had a field day with Benjamin, like most teams. Now we have Jose 43 Sr. with 4 out of 5. Impressive. And then now we have Ted Wolfington with 3 out of 4, with also 3 RBIs. And we also have Bobby Roode with 2 out of 5 day with 2 RBI. Basically, everybody was able to score something as expected, unfortunately, for Benjamin. And as you can see here, his ERA climbs above 8 again, giving up 7 earned runs. But at least he could take it as long as that 1 run was unearned. Now, Continue Hartman didn't also have a great day. However, he managed to pass the very low bar set by Benjamin and was able to only give up 6 runs in a 4 inning start. And the bullpen was able to lock down the win for Anchorage. Now, player of the game is Jose 43 Sr.
Let's see here. So that'd be this one. And our next game here, the Kingpins and the Hepcats. Hepcats winning this one now 26-20. Both teams 26-20 now on the season. Hepcats winning this one, though, 6-2. 7 hits for both teams. Taking a look at Chicago's batting, looks like we have a home run here from Robert Drop Table Players, and 1 as well from Danger, with 2 hits as well from Strong Arm. Over on the Kansas City side, 2 runs and a hit from Seltzer, 3 hits and an RBI from Park Factors. And is this a grand slam from Minion? Yes, it is. Grand slam off of Petra. Grand slam from Minion here for Kansas City. Probably player of our game. Let's keep going here. Chicago pitching. Perta McPitchy Face now 4-6 on the season, taking their 6th loss. Kansas City's Patey, who was in chat earlier, getting their 4th win, with Evil Dictator, who is also just with us, getting their 6th save. Player of the game is Johnny Patey. Patey, 6.2 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, 91 pitches.
The Lemurs take down the Dynamo 6-5 with a 1-run ninth inning, a solo shot from Hendricks. Both teams now at 17 and 29. We got Hendricks, who went 4 for 4 with 2 RBIs, 2 runs, and a walk. That's going to be your standout performance. A few other 3-hit days from Eliason and Fielder, but that 4 for 4 with the solo shot in the ninth. I'm giving player of the game to Hendricks, but we'll see what happens. Paw is going to take the loss for Dallas. Krot takes a blown save. Fujisaki takes the hold. Krat takes the win, and Julian takes the save. And yeah, Justinus Hendricks is your player of the game.
And that finishes us off for the minors, now moving on to the majors.
All right, and our first majors game sees the Crabs taking down the Raptors. They're now only separated by 2 in the standings. The Crabs scoring 2 in the top of the 10th to win this one in extra innings. They also scored 2 in the top of the 9th to send it to extras, as Boise had taken a late lead. Kraus is going 2 for 5 with an RBI on the Providence side. You only have 6 hits on the Boise side, no one getting 2. So the offense was a little bit hard to come by here this game. Dasani Voss on the mound for Providence when the no decision gave up 2 runs in 7th inning. Katamine gets the win in relief. Nolan Nola the first save. Andrew Lucas had a great start for Boise as well, throwing 6 1/3 scoreless innings, but Miller blowing the save and Timmy taking the loss as they gave up one of the 2 runs in the 10th, dropping their record to 1-2 on the season. Dasani Voss, your player of the game for the Providence Crabs.
And the Vandals win 5-4 in a close one here, scoring all 5 of those runs in the 6th and 7th. 3 RBI for Dan King, who's on a tear in these last few games. Riverboat 2 for 5 for OBX. A lot of multi-hit games, though, for the Vancouver side stand up. Pryor and O'Houlihan. Tosin, Dr. K, with a nice start, gets the win. Yee with the save. Beaumont with the loss. And Giuseppe Tosin. Dr. K went 7 innings, gave up 2 earned, is your player of the game.
Congrats, Dr. K. Nice. I guess this one is Sarah said.
Yeah, Serge are able to beat the Makos 5-3. Now continuing on. Now Serge beat with a fine performance from Dan Gonzalez, who went 2 for 4. Continuing on, we also have Victor Herrera, who also went 2 for 5. And yeah, and most people just got hit very evenly spread around. Now, continuing on to Mao, we have Hans Katzup, who actually managed to get 4 out of 5. And that's pretty impressive. And then we also have Ernie Harwell, who has a 2 for 4 day, scoring 1 run. However, their offense was just simply not enough to overcome the Buffalo offense. Now, Lucky Ocharo gets his 5th win of the year with Roxas, PM Sham getting holds, and Ruth Peter Ginsburg getting the save. Now, finally, Michael Knight Rider, although had a pretty solid start, unfortunately, had it pretty much written by a relief appearance where 2 runs were let up. Unfortunately, this was a very close game, and somebody had to lose. However, this game, they're going to give player of the game to Danny Gonzalez.
And Michael Nyrider keeping his ERA under 5. Yay. And that'll take us now to the Sloss and the Voyagers. And the Sloss now 31 and 14 on the season, beating the Voyagers here with a score of 9-2, 13 hits to 3. Taking a look at New York's batting, we have a hit and 2 RBIs from Tom Shue. And over on the San Antonio side, 3 runs, 3 hits, and RBI from Akuna Matata. 2 runs, 2 hits, 4 RBIs from San Antonio, and 2 RBIs from Pork Chop Sandwiches, with McDonald Jr. getting 3 hits. Pitching-wise for New York, Whole Horse getting their 4th loss of the season, 5-4 now for them. And San Antonio's Nolan Windsor, 9-2. Player of the game is Nolan Windsor. Windsor, 8.0 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 92 pitches.
The Rougarou take down the Apex 12-2. Rougarou now 1 game behind the Apex, 32 wins to 33. Offense-wise, we got Hafner going 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs and a run. Multi-hit games from Beauregard, Hammond, Valor, and Brew on the side of New Orleans, and then Quinn, Dover, and Franco on the side of the Apex. McDougal does take the win for New Orleans. Maple takes the loss for Indy. Todd Hafner is your player of the game.
All right, and the Demons upend the Sea Serpents 5-3. Detroit striking early and holding the Serpents off the board late. Demons now climbing to 26-19. 7 hits for Detroit, including a 3 for 4 day from Drakenberg. Great going there. 2 RBIs from Dinkel and Blammo as well. 8 hits on the Seattle side, 3 for 5 day from Fardinghouse. Ricky Vaughn, your winning pitcher for Detroit, giving up 3 runs in 6 2/3, striking out 9. Damian Jensen Crenshaw with their 4th save of the game. They came in and threw 2 1/3. Only allowed the 1 walk. Danny Sullivan, their 5th loss on the season for the Sea Serpents. They gave up 5 runs in 5 innings on 111 pitches. Ricky Vaughn, your Detroit starting pitcher and winner, your player of the game.
Sims laying down the hammer. DVS wins another game against Nashville, this time 2-0. So a classic pitcher's duel here between both teams. Let's see, 1 RBI for Tex Walker, 1 for Scott the Fourth. Sims with the win, Mazeroski with the loss, Troy Pressing with their 10th save. And Justin Sims went 8 scoreless innings. What a day for Justin Sims. He's your player of the game.
And once again, the Twirls upset the Supernovas with a 5-1 win as Neil Roberts finally got some run support and only took them playing the Sarasota Supernovas. Continuing on to the batting side, so we have Whedon Boys with 2 hits. However, that's pretty much it, as they are only able to manage 4 base runners in total, which is pretty much an average game at this point. But now continuing on to Cancun, we also have 4 batters with 2 hits each, and that's basically entire offense. However, that will be enough as they're able to score 5 runs out of these 8 hits. Continuing on, we have Warner losing again with an 0-12 record. Continuing on, we have Robert, who's able to finally get a win, his 2nd win of the season. Only 2-6 record, however, still fairly welcome. With an 8-1 innings pitch, 3 hits, and also 1 earned run. We have Neil Robert being the player of the game.
And let's see here. I believe that's it for the majors as well. So June the 17th is now in the books. We're going to go ahead and advance a day. And we are now in the 18th, and I believe this is the 2nd of our Quick Sim days. We have no majors games for today. We're moving now to minors. Only minors games to cover. So let's go into a file save and make sure we got that covered. There we go. And we'll go ahead and Quick Sim all these out. And I'll grab the first one here, the Flamingos and the Dillos. Flamingos winning now 32-15 on the season, beating the Dillos with a score of 5-2, 11 hits to 9. Taking a look at the Dillos batting, we do have a home run here from Dubson, 2 hits from Davis, 3 from Williams. And over on the other side for Florida, 2 hits and an RBI for Gar, with 2 RBIs from Bay Bufflin and 2 hits from Yup Yuppers, as well as Jeff the Giraffe and Datamax. Pitching wise for the Dillos, Harley Fank taking their 3rd loss of the season, with Florida's Scudder getting their 3rd win, and Freddie their 12th save. Player of the game is Garrett Scudder. Scudder, 7.0 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 95 pitches.
All right, and the Firehawk finally getting a win as they walk off the Brew City Bears 3-2. 19th win for the Firehawks, 19th loss for the Bears. Tyler Steele hitting a walk-off sacrifice fly to give California their win. Sir Stern went 3 for 5 for the Firehawks. Martinez 2 for 4 as well. 5 hits for the Bears total. Sleepy Steve getting 2 of them as he went 2 for 3 with a walk and a run. McNamerson, your starting pitcher for the Bears, gave up 2 runs in 5 1/3 inning and gets the no decision. And James Gordon only allows 1 run in 7 innings, and Aaron Beckett getting the BS win, getting it's their 4th blown save, but they're 5-2 on the season. They allowed just the 1 unearned run. James Gordon, your player of the game for California.
11-3 loss, and that funk, that smelly funk, that hangs around State College. The aroma, that stench is just gross. They moved to 14 wins. Meanwhile, Anchorage moving to 33 wins. Absolutely dominant start. Opposite records here: 33, 14, 14, and 33. 2 RBI for 43 senior, 2 for Wolfington, 3 for Jones Jr. And then on the State College side, only really a few good games here, though. Eshelman Decker, Puppet with 2 RBI, Sampson 2 hits. Penalty, that's Ionel Bogescu's new player, that's QJ, gets the win. Tampering, again, Beaver, another bad game for Beaver, takes the loss. And Taylor with the save, 43 senior, with the player of the game honor. So he's on a nice little tear here, Van, on these last few games against my Swifties.
No, congrats to LBG as his team managed to get a walk-off in the 9th inning, down a bit. Now, can you wait? So William Mays Hayes had a very good day today with a 3-5 day. Now continuing on, let's see, many multiple hit days on Silent Louisville. We have I don't even know how to pronounce that city. We have Barry Bonds, Justice Hendricks, Mark Carrillo, and also Davidson. Don't know what the first name is. However, on the winning side, we have Dallas with McLaughlin, Ryan Cacao, and then Willie Mays Hayes again, like we heard the game. Now can you on? The winner of this game is going to be Rodriguez with a 9th inning imperfect inning, while Pratt unfortunately has to give up the final earned run as Willie Mays Hayes is the player of the game, and I am going to prepare the soundboard for the next game.
All right, and our final minors game for today, the Kingpins and the Hepcats. Hepcats winning this. Wow, big scoring game here, 12-10, 16 hits for both teams. 32 hits here total in this one. Let's take a look at our batting here. Hits all the way almost down the line. Let's take a look at our biggest batters, though, since there were quite a few here. 3 hits, 2 RBIs from Cleary. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs from Danger, and 3 hits and an RBI from Shorzy. Over on the Kansas City side, 2 runs, 2 hits from Seltzer, 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 RBIs from Johnson, 3 hits, 2 RBIs from Factors, 3 hits, 4 RBIs from Murphy III, 3 hits, 3 RBIs from Minion. Wow. Let's go down to our pitching. Chicago pitching, Michaels taking their 5th loss of the season, with Kansas City's Sharp in relief getting their 4th win, and Evil Dictator their 7th save. Player of the game is Kent Murphy III. And that finishes us off for the minors. And there are no majors games today for the 18th of June, so we're going to pull up our schedule here. We have 2 more days left to go. One of them is a feature game and then a quick sim to finish this off. So we're going to go ahead and advance to our next day here. And our final feature game for this Thanksgiving Day stream is going to be the California Firehawks versus the Brew City Bears. So let's go ahead and pull up the info on this one. And it is going to be Woe Millis at 4-3 with a 4.08 ERA versus Walter Thompson 2-6 with a 7.15 ERA. Let's go ahead and take a look at our matchups here. And it looks like a 4-4 with a tie. So even on the batting, a little bit of advantage here with the pitching. Walter Thompson at 28 versus 24 for Woe Millis. So a little bit of advantage pitching for Firehawks, but batting wise, even though it's tied here, the Bears having the 1st, 2nd, and 4th batters does give them a little bit of advantage in my book. But we'll see how that goes. And we do have a poll going on right now. Oh, we have got another poll going. If Hummus is there, maybe he can get
I can do a prediction.
Sure, thank you. And I'm going to choose the dinner roll.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Right? Absolutely.
True. I'm team salad, but I understand the dinner roll gang
Right.
very well.
I like how to say salad. I'm kind of have to cut on the carbs, so. But you do you. And I can't even say that like this is a carb day because it's not Thanksgiving here, so I still have to follow the rules.
Aw. Well, I'll make sure to eat an extra roll for you here in just a little bit. How's that?
Sure, perfect. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I wish
really
all
drop it in
the
there.
Americans here a very happy Thursday.
LBG, do we have stats? How long should I make the prediction? 1 minute, 2 minutes?
No stats. No stats.
All right, I'll do 1 minute. Who will score first? Bears, Firehawks, and then once this bet ends, if it ends early, we could do a new one, like a 9th inning bet or something like that.
LBG, do you mind if I start this game off since I'll have to
Sure,
head off?
absolutely,
I'd like to get an
absolutely.
inning or two in.
Sure, absolutely.
From my player pigeons.
Sure, we could do the let's do this. Just go on until you can't, and let us know at the bottom of the end of the inning, and then we'll just switch off from there. How's that sound?
Yep, that sounds great. Thanks
Cool.
for having me on.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely. And
thanks for joining me, everybody.
Yes, thanks again to AU Gold, to Enoch, to Dirk Diglett, to Hummus God, to Sarah Posting. Thanks to all of you for joining us here on Thanksgiving. A lot of people are at home with their friends and family right now, enjoying a nice dinner at home, enjoying some time off from work. So I'm really happy that you were all able here to join me tonight, and I hope that you have a great rest of your evening once we get done with the stream here. Everybody have some good plans to go have dinner with family? I know Dirk's about to head out. How about you, Hummus?
Probably sliding the Golden Corral. I'm staying in town because big college football game tomorrow. I didn't
nice.
feel like bouncing 4 hours each way, driving down. So, probably going to slide to Golden Corral. I know they're open today. Going to try to mingle with the workers. I know they'd rather not be there. Going to try to make them feel appreciated. But, probably going to slide to Golden Corral and then big college football game tomorrow. So
awesome. Well, for me, it's going to be the Cowboys game starts at 30 minutes after we'll finish this, and then after the Cowboys game, I'm going to watch the new Venom movie with my family. So really looking forward to that.
Awesome. Good luck to your Cowboys.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm skipping work.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. Well, looks like our prediction is in, and scoring first is going to be the Bears at 60%, 4.4K versus the Firehawks, 2.9K, 40%. And we're going to get started with Dirk Diglett, our leadoff announcer here, with Martin Honda, our first batter for the Bears. Here we go, our final feature game of the evening, or the afternoon, I guess, wherever you're at.
All right, Walter Thompson on the mound for the Firehawks. Martin Honda leading us on for the Bears, and Honda steps in and is able to draw a 4-pitch walk. So ominous start. Steve gets this one down to the first baseman, and he throws it to second, but they can't send it back, so they just get the one. John Doe Jr. Throws another grounder, this one to the second baseman, so they're able to make the turn to get the double play. And California now up to bat for the bottom of the first inning. Sawyer Stern leading it off against Will Mill as Sawyer Stern grounds that one to third base. He's able to send it to first on a line. Tyler O'Steele now does much of the same. So 2 quick outs for California. Stubby McGuire steps into the box, sends this one flying out into right field, but it is or center field, but it is caught. So that'll end the first inning. Rock out with your Crocs out. Steps in and grounds another one to second base. Sawyer Stern getting a lot of work over there. And Conradio now gets a single as this one drops into left field, so he'll be safely at first. Frankenstario gets this one past a diving, reaching first baseman, and they end up with runners at the corners with 1 out, and Aldridge will send a grounder, and they send it to second. Did they get him? They got him. They got the double play. Wow. Looked like the Bears were going to score a run there, but the double play will get them out of that little jam. So bottom of the second, still tie game. Kevin Larson rounds 1 to first. We don't know who will score first yet. Danielle Martinez will fly one to left field for the second out. Bubba Tree now up to bat, sends this one towering into right center, but it will be caught by a ranging center fielder. And I'll go ahead and give it one more inning as Duster Stradley pops this one up to the second baseman. Scott Gaspard now will ground one over to third, and it's bang, playing, but they did get him, so 2 down now. Full count, and Martin Honda sends this one deep out to right field. Jackson Jr. runs over and is able to grab it for the third out. So the Bears still scoreless. Bottom of the third, B.J. Johnson, cold hitter, and he looked like he was chasing there, so he strikes out, going to stay cold. Latavius Jackson Jr. gets that one past the shortstop. Kind of looked like he got 5 holds there. Now we've got a runner on the first. Billy Nelson looks to turn the lineup over as he draws a walk. That will be his 20th walk of the season. Will Millis now pitching to Sawyer Stern, who flies out to left field. So runners at first and second, still tie game. This one's ground to the third baseman, and they field it cleanly, and they get him at second. So I will pass it off to whoever's picking it. Thank you all for having me. Top of the fourth, Bears tie game.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Stevie Steve, I'll do an inning. He'll strike out.
Let's do 2 each with the remaining 3 of us.
Perfect. And that's the first out, so I'll do fourth and fifth. Doe Jr. takes a strikeout on a 0-2 count. And there's a base hit for Rock Out with Your Crocs Out. That's 209 Tacos, who said he has to work tonight. Full count. There's a walk for Condradio. And we got some action on the base pass, but that's a strikeout. Walter Thompson gets out of that jam. And now bottom of the fourth. No team has scored yet. You're welcome for setting this beautiful line so far for the bet. That's a ground out for McGuire. Larson, that's Sen. Oh, and an errant throw. Oh, no. So due to the error, runner is now on second in scoring position. There's a grounder and a ground out. Will they bring the runner home? It's Tree. Bubba Tree, and there it is. In the gap, the Firehawks were the first to score, and I will score that bet in a bit. Give me a second. Also was trying to respond to Big Titty Smitty about people working in the holidays, and that is gone. Johnson, BJ Johnson, got a hold of that ball, 420 feet, nice.
Out of
BJ
the park.
really connected on that one, and now 5 homers on the year. It's 3-0 Firehawks over the Bears. This got to be a nice lead quickly, and that's a fly out for Jackson Jr. We're going to the fifth. Aldridge with a grounder, no throw made. So it's an infield single, and there's a base hit on the left side for Stradley. So tying run at the plate, and now we got juices based for Martin Honda. Nobody out. Grounder to first, to second, but they don't get the double play, and they score a run. The Bears now are down 2. Steve, kind of a shallow fly ball. Runner comes home and is safe with the sac fly from Stevie Steve. It's 3-2. And a base hit on the right side. Will they come try to tie the game? Runner moves to third. And now Rocks Out with Your Crocs Out. And a tie game. The RBI from Rock Out with Your Crocs Out. And it's 3-3. A 2-out rally here for Bruce City. A great inning for this game, for this stream. And that's a ground out to end the fifth. And, end the top of the fifth. We got one more half inning to go for me. Nelson for the Firehawks. Bears got a little bit of the momentum now. It's a ground out for Nelson. Stern. That's deep. I hit the wall. It's in the gap in left center. Going for 3. In there, sliding head first was Sawyer Stern with a triple. O'Steele, that's up the middle, and that's going to make it a 4-3 ball game. Firehawks up 1. The O'Steele RBI. And now McGuire with 1 out, 1 on, and a strikeout. So Larson, 2 out, 1 on. Can they add to their lead? And a pop up and a pop out to center. That will end the fifth. Firehawks score 1, and it's 4-3. We'll go top of the 6th with the Bears.
I guess I'm going now. The Firehawks begin the inning with inducing ground out as Aldridge now comes up with another ground out to third. And now comes Stradley, who also grounds out to third. That was a very unique inning, as now the Firehawks come to bat, who begins with a single. Okay, on we have Bubba Tree, and there's a pass ball or a wild pitch, I can't even tell anymore. Now continue on. So now we have a ground at first as your runner holds at second. Now continue on. We have there's a deep shot in the right field as there's a home run. That'll be 2 runs, and the Firehawks are now up 6-3.
Out of the
Continue
park.
on. Now that'd be BJ Johnson with the 2-run shot, and now they have a pretty nice lead to pad now. And I can't believe that the second baseman didn't catch that, but that'll be OTP for you. So now we have Billy Nelson with a runner on base again. Oh my God, there's a foul error, and it's in the stands. Great. I have no idea. I feel like that should be somehow a double or something. I don't even know the rules in regards to that one. Okay, on there's a fly ball into left field, and that'll end the inning as we now head into the 7th. Yeah, so now here batting is Guestford as there's a deep shot and there's a live drive into deep
Out
left
of
field,
the
and that'll
park.
make it a 4-6 ball game. And I don't know if I'll be putting on this headset again. Now continuing on, actually that's pretty ironic. I have no idea if they'll ever hire me after this. So now continuing on, so we have Martin Honda who hits a short ground ball into first base, and somehow they take their sweet time and he managed to make it first base. However, that doesn't really matter as they quickly induce another ground out, a double play, and that'll make it bases empty again. Now we have a single poked into left field as Roxel Croxel comes into play, and he'll hit the ball to second, and that'll be the end of the half. Now continuing on to Firehawks who try to pat their lead. Yeah, so we have Danny Young versus Tyler Steele as Steele will hit ball to second baseman. Now continuing on, we have Stubby McGuire who will strike out. And finally, have Kevin Larson, who pops out to the second baseman. And that'll be the end of the 7th as we head to LBG.
And here we go, top of the 8th. We have Kun Radio, coming up first for Brew City, and they're going to strike out, and that'll bring up Frankenstero, and this is going to be a towering fly ball center field. That one is caught, out number 2. And Aldridge coming up now. Aldridge to the shortstop, goes across, makes the play. 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 8th we go. Still up by 2 is California. Can they pad their lead here? As we're going to get a leadoff walk for Martinez, and that'll bring up Bubba Tree. Pitching change here, and Winnie the Pabst coming in to throw. And runners going to third. We're going to have runners at the corners here with the hit from Tree. Johnson now. Johnson check swing and juices based. Oh boy, no outs. Jackson Jr. juices based. Here we go. California, chance to do some damage. Infield playing in. They get the runner home. They get the runner first. So what was that? A 5-2-3 double play there, and a strikeout will finish off the side. And it is still 6-4. Brew City down by 2. Bottom of their lineup here: Stradley and Guestford. Before we move back up to Honda. And Stradley is going to take a walk. Guestford now. And a strikeout from Guestford. Top of the order, Honda, 1 on, 1 out. Tying run at the plate, check swing, and that's going to be another walk. We have 2 walks now. And Stevie Steve coming up. Leading run at the plate. Stevie Steve, and the 4, the 6, but not the 3. Runners at the corners, 2 outs now. John Doe Jr. Juices base with the walk. Here we go. 2 outs, 3 on. Top of the 9th. And this one's hit line drive to the pitcher. And that is going to do it as the California Firehawks hold on here to beat the Brew City Bears with the score of 6-4. 10 hits to 9. 2 errors on the Bears side. Cost them dearly in this one. Taking a look at Brew City batting, we have 2 walks here from Honda. 2 hits each from Doe Jr. and Crocs out. Over on the other side for California, 2 hits for Tree. Johnson, 2 runs, 2 hits, 4 RBIs, and 2 hits for Jackson Jr. Brew City pitching, Millis getting their 4th loss of the season, 4-4 now for them, with California's Thompson getting their 3rd win, Sloth Nacian getting their 1st hold, and Wilson their 1st save. Player of the game is BJ Johnson. Alright, so that finishes us off for our feature game. We're going to move into the other ones here, and I believe this, since everybody else is gone, this will be Hummus up next.
Yeah, I got to pay out this, and I'll do that
Oh, sure.
in a second. or it was the under no run scored in that ninth. Even though they had bases loaded, that was a pretty wild ninth inning.
Right.
Armadillos win at Florida 8-4, scoring all of their runs in the seventh or earlier. 7 of those 8 were in the second and third inning combined. Let's see. 2 RBI for Rage, Pingason, and Dub for Amarillo. And 2 RBI for Datamax. What a day. 3 for 4, 2 RBI. Bloodshine with the loss, Jones with the win, and Dexter Datamax on Florida is your player of the game.
And the winner is able to beat down the Swifties once again 6-2, as their records are exact opposites of each other. Now we have Rude, who scores 3 runs in the win, and we can go on see Brock Sampson was the only one who would get multiple hits. However, their entire bottom of the lineup was able to get 1 hit each. Now continuing on, we have Jose 43 Senior, Bobby Rude, and Jack Condor. No, not Jack Condor, but like Bobby Roode and Jose 43, the ever so present duo, who both got 2 hits, and Roode got RBI in this game. Now coming on to pitching, so we have Wilson with the loss, going only 2.2 innings. Also was able to just give 5 runs, and now continue on. So we have Somerville, who has a 5.2 innings pitch and only gave up 2 runs. While we have Rizzo Dudley giving a able to get holds, and while we have Bombs getting a save of only 0.1 innings pitched. So we have the game, and I wonder if Hum's stink is spreading to the other parts of the rotation sometimes.
Ouch. All right, well, let's take us to our next game here. The Hepcats and the Kingpins. Hepcats winning this one, going 28-20 on the season with a score of 8-6, 11 hits to 9, 3 errors total in this one. Chicago batting 3 runs and a hit for Shorzy, 2 hits for Andrews. Looks like a grand slam here. Let's take a look for Applegate. No. Not a grand slam, but it looks like maybe some sacrifices there. 3 hits for Danger. Over on the other side for Kansas City, 2 runs, 2 hits for Spitzer, and 2 hits for Murphy III with 3 RBIs from Stargasm. Pitching wise for Chicago, Rodriguez Jr. getting their 6th loss of the season. In relief, Sharp getting their 5th win for Kansas City. And Evil Dictator, again, having a great day for the saves, getting their 8th save now on the season. Donnie Applegate is your player of the game.
Lemurs dropping the Dynamos 4-2. Both teams now 18-30 on the year. 2 walks for Escaleto, who got subbed in by Dip Stinson. 3 substitutions made by the Lemurs. Looks like they're big branding it here as GMs. 3 for 4 from Big Iz. What a day. 2 for 4 for Fielder. Mann and McLaughlin both with 2 hits. Liver with the loss. Bonita with the win. Fujisaki with the hold. Julian with the save. And Barry Bonds is your player of the game.
For final game of the minors, today we have Johnson. Wait, we watched this.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You're right. Sorry about that. All right, so that finishes us off for the minors. Moving on to the majors. There we go.
Very cool. Of course, the game I would have to call is the Boise Raptors beating us, which is very unfortunate, as there was a run in the bottom of the 8th that would pretty much seal it. So started Chink Daniel was able to go the distance, while not many people got hits. Somehow, we have Matan and Jimenez on the San Antonio side being able to get 2 hits each. Well, we have the bottom lineup, including the absolute bum Anchovy getting hit. Now, continuing on, we have where we have Petra Support being able to get 2 hits in this game, while we also have Radiance Ham getting 2 hits as well. In this game, we have a pitcher's duel between Cheng Daly and King George III, where they both have a run each. However, the decision is gonna have to go down to bullpens. We have Mighty Paul, who was able to only get 1 hit. Well, unfortunately, Rodriguez Jr. gave up the winning run. So Miller will get a save in this situation, while Chang Daly is going to be part of the game.
All right, and that takes us to our next game here, the Crabs and the Aviators. Crabs winning this one, going 24 and 22 now, 2 games over 500, beating OBX with a score of 4-3, 11 hits to 6. Providence batting wise, 3 hits and an RBI for Bergamot Lemon, 2 hits for Burrow, and 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Willie Colon. Over on the other side for Outer Banks, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Dub City, 2 hits for Bergen Cannon. And pitching wise for Providence, Ivy Leaf getting their 6th win of the season, 6-2 now for them, with George Washington Crab getting their 5th save. Outer Banks, Rays Funk taking their 8th loss, 2-8 now for Funk, and Ivy Leaf with 8.0 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 10 strikeouts, 109 pitches, is your player of the game.
And the Voyagers winning 7-1 at home over the Surge. The Legends Conference battle here. 3 for 4 for Benny Rodriguez, 2 for 4 for Encarnacion with 3 RBI. I know Blue was with us. Blue, nice day for you. Spock with an RBI. Toasties got the win, and Digger Jr. takes the loss. Johnny Toasties went 8 1/3, 1 earned. That's your player of the game, folks. Nice day on the mound.
Yeah. So we have the Makos who are able to get the win off the Vandals, and this bodes kind of well for my season predictions. Now continuing on, so we have a walk off apparently. Wait, so
sorry
this
about
was a 7-3 one, right? Oh, wait, 7-6. Oh, I see.
Uh-huh.
Hey, impressive. A ninth inning, a dramatic ninth inning where the Vandals managed to tie the game, and then like the Makos managed to walk it off. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Now continuing on, so we have in Vancouver stand up with 2 hits, and also basically the last 6 batters of the entire Vancouver lineup being able to score a run. And we also have Reggie Shrub being able to get 2 hits and 2 RBIs in this effort. Valiant effort indeed. And we have Maui, where Dawson Jr. has 2 hits, Harwell has 2 hits, and Emerson also have 2 hits and 2 runs. This seems to be a battle of the bottom half of the lineups, because it seems like all the RBIs in Maui came from the bottom lineups too. Now, for the pitching, we have a bit of chaos here, as Imige Takahashi was able to get 5.1 innings pitch and only give 2. Lucien Kuromochi was able to pitch 6 innings, while only giving up 1 run. However, we have in Maui's side, while they're able to get the we have 2 blown saves, it seems, with Stormblast getting 4 runs, yikes, and Huevos managing to keep things stable. We then have name censored, also giving a blown save with that run in 9th. However, Bodelli was able to save the day and just finish out the inning, while Economies will be an unfortunate one who gives up the walk-off in this game. Player of the game will be Lucien Kuromochi.
And that'll take us to our next game, the Scorpions and the Toros. Scorpions now 35 and 11 on the season. Wow, Scorpions really coming on strong here in week number 2, winning this one in the top of the 11th, breaking the tie in extra innings 4-3, 4 hits to 8. Let's take a look at Death Valley's batting. A hit and 2 RBIs for Tex Walker, and a home run here with 2 walks for J Doctor. Over on the other side for Cancun, looks like a home run with 2 walks for, a home run for Carter with 2 walks for Batista, 2 hits and 2 RBIs for Rogers, and 2 hits for McCoy. Pitching for Death Valley, Herbie Farnworth, no decision. Baxter getting the win, 6-1 now in relief for Baxter, and Cancun in relief. Jackson Wooler taking their 2nd loss, 3-2 for Wooler. Player of the game is Herbie Farnworth with 9.0 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, 130 pitches. Still did not finish out, though, even with 9.0 innings pitched. But Herbie Farnworth is your player of the game.
Supernovas rocked by the Apex, 10-2. Sarasota stuck at 4 wins. They've been stuck there for a while. Meanwhile, Apex 34 wins on the year. 3 hits for Jimbo. I was talking to him earlier. Dover 2 wins, 2 RBI. 2 hits for Poppin on the Sarasota side. And Dion with the win. The Hill with the loss. Slice A Jimbo Slice, nice day at the dish is your player of the game.
Nice.
3 for 4, 3 runs scored. Beautiful day.
And let's see here. That was that one. So that would be this one.
Yeah, we have the Demons being the stars in a Champions League matchup. So we have Dirk Dicklet, unlike helping his team edge Nashville by a score of 3-2. So imagine things that have happened since Dirk has left the stream. He got a win, and also his team managed to win. That's
Right.
pretty nice. So yeah, now continuing on. So we have Detroit side. 3 or 4 for Newfoundland Berserker, while on the Nashville side we have Brandon Fry, Jason Buswell, and also Jimmy Smith with 2 hit days. Now, continuing on, so we have Dirk Diggler, the aforementioned, going 7 innings with no earned runs at all. Well, you also have Giovanni Sanchez, who went 5.1 innings, also gave up no runs. However, the decisions are going to have to come in the reliever side, as Palmer is able to give the win, while Birdwhistle is the one who has been tagged down with loss, as all the runs clearly came within the last few innings. Damian Jensen Crenshaw was able to get the save with only 0.1 inning, because that's something that clearly OTP does, and the player game will be Dirk Dicklet.
And that'll take us to our final majors game for today, and that is the Rougarous and the Sea Serpents. Rougarous winning this one, going 33-13 now in the season. The score in this one was 11-6, 9 hits to 11. Taking a look at New Orleans batting, we had 2 RBIs from Beauregard, 2 runs from Naz Hamed, 3 runs, 3 hits from Io Torrent, 3 runs, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Christopher Brew, and 3 RBIs from Wolf. And Ortega with 2 RBIs as well. So New Orleans putting on an offensive display here. 2 hits from Cruz on the other side, though. Campbell getting 2 hits. 2 runs, 3 hits from Baxter, and 5. Look at this. 2 for 4 with 5 RBIs from McGruff. McGruff probably our player of the game here. Let's keep moving down, though. New Orleans in relief, Wright getting their second win, with Seattle's Perry Hodder getting their second loss. Player of the game, though, is Christopher Brew. Let's see if Christopher Brew, how they did compared to the other one here. And wow, all right, Christopher Brew with the 3-2-3, still better than the 1-2-5. So congratulations, Christopher Brew, your player of the game. And that finishes us off for the majors. Let's see if we have any minors games. And I think we covered these already, yes, because we have the California BCB. So we're going to go ahead and move on now to our final sim day here. Let's see here. This is the 19th. And so we'll move on now to the 20th.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
No, nothing. Yep.
And then we'll do a file save. And it looks like no minors games here for today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the majors. And just a majors docket here. So we'll go ahead and quick sim these out and cover our last 8 box scores of the sim. Here we go.
Krustis going deep twice. Crabs win 9-1 on the road, moving to 25 wins on the season. 4 RBI for Krustis with 4 hits. So really nice day for Krustis. Riftspot takes the loss, got dinged up. Murley gets the win. Good for my fantasy team. But Giannis Krustis with a huge day at the plate is your player of the game.
The Buffalo Stars are able to also get a win over their division counterparts with the Voyagers. Now we have the Surge able to beat the Voyagers in the 12th inning with the help of right fielder Ruben Ramirez. They went 4-2, as Ramirez also went 2 for 4 in this effort. Additional to Ramirez, you have Spakok with 2 for 5, and also Suave and Shadurmi with multiple hit games. Continue on. So yeah, on the New York side, we have Benny Rodriguez going 3 for 6, while we also have Barbados Slim going 2 for 5. And Brightburg with Ruff going 2 for 4 as well during the day. So the winner on this side is going to be here Ginsburg, after you need to calm down. Is able to go 6.1 innings, only giving up 2 runs. While we also have Pax Sabadir going 6 innings and also giving up 2 runs. However, in this game, Tony Gumby is going to be one who gives up the 2 runs in 12. as the player of the game will be Ruben Ramirez.
And that'll take us to our next game, the Vandals and the Makos. And the Makos having some troubles here in week 2 as they lose again, this time to the Vandals. The score in this one was 6-5, very close one here, but Makos just not able to overcome it. Vandals batting, we have 2 runs, 2 hits from Stand Up, 2 hits each from Andrews and Pryor. And over on the other side for Maui, 2 hits and an RBI for Hunts Ketchup, 2 hits, 2 RBIs from Gofford, and 2 hits from McNasty. On the pitching end for Vancouver in relief, Smoothie Vert getting their first win of the season with Fuji getting their 8th save, and for Maui, Nico Baldelli in relief getting their first loss and first blown save. Player of the game is Leo Kagamine. Kagamine, 6.1 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, 92 pitches.
And the Raptors win. They moved to 27 wins. They do it at home against the Sloths 4-1, getting out hit 7-9. 3 walks for Andrew Oram, who's trying to climb that walks leaderboard. He was 6th last time I asked him. Westfall's 2 for 4. Nice day for Reno. Bodnar 2 for 2. 3 for 4 for Christy Abbott on the other side. Chrissy Menez, it's Chris Brick, 2 for 4. Riddle with the win, Hamburger with the hold, Miller with the save. Glenn Davies takes the loss, but Tom Riddle, nice day for C-Mac, going 6 1/3, giving up 1 earned. He's your player of the game.
Let's skip a game, but yeah. So we have the Apex upsetting the Supernovas as they win 12-1 in this effort. Continuing on, so Eagle Eyes was one of the standouts, going 4-5 with home run, double with 2 singles and walk, basically a triple short of the cycle. Now continuing on, so we have multiple hit game from Jimmy Olsen from the Sarasota side, and also we have multiple games from Zach Miles who went 3-6, Giant Tsunami went 2-5, and Eagle Eyes went 4-6, and Jody Quinn went 2 for 4. Many RBIs from the Indianapolis side, and we for the winner we have Bolanos, who got went 7 innings, only giving up 1 run, and we have Lefty Bones, who was able to get up, who only went 1.2 innings and managed to somehow give up 6 runs in that effort. And I'm kind of sad as the Lions lost last minute, while Eagle Eyes is going to be your player of the game.
And that'll take us to our next game, the Demons and the Stars. And hey, Dr. K, I see you in chat there. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Going now to the Detroit Demons and the Stars. Demons winning this one, going 28-19 on the season, beating the Stars 3-2. Only 4 hits to 7 in this game. Looking at Detroit's batting, only single hits over on the Detroit side. Looking at Nashville, Fry with 2 RBIs, 2 hits for Smith. Pitching for Detroit, Lewis getting their 5th win of the season, 5-6 now for them. Dirty their 6th hold, Jensen Crenshaw their 6th save, and for Nashville in relief, Madison taking their first loss. Player of the game is Duckworth Lewis. Lewis, 7.0 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 107 pitches.
Sea Serpents beating the Rougarou 5-2. A big upset win for the Sea Serpents at home, trying to climb back in the playoff race here. 2 RBI for Kripakrisov for Evok. 2 hits for Valor on the New Orleans side. Straight Gas Homie got the win. Nice day for him. Sync with the hold, triplet with the save. DeFerrari takes the loss. That's Musha. But Straight Gas Homie, 6 1/3, 2 earned. He's your player of the game.
Now, DVS continues their dominant run as we all fall under their reign. They're gonna win 8-3 in this effort. For Death Valley, we have multiple hit games from Mike Boss Jr., who went 3 for 5, also have 3 RBIs, and also 2 hit days for Alderson and Edwards. Now, on the Cancun side, we mostly had 1 hit games and also 1 hit. A multiple hit game from Crozier, McQuinn. I say it's about time. Now, coming on to the pitching, we have Iratui, who went 6 innings pitched while giving a 1 earned run, straight pressing with the hold, And on the loser side, we have Barry B. Benson, who only gave up 300 runs. However, the bullpen just can game up more, and nobody could catch up. Now, player of the game would be Remy Ratatouille.
All right, and that finishes us off for the majors. Taking one last look here, we do not have any games for the minors, so that is going to be it. The 20th of June is the last of our sim days here for this Thanksgiving stream. So let me go ahead and do a file save, and then we're going to take a look at our standings. Starting off with the minors here, looking at our wildcard standings, the Wheelers right now at 34 and 14. 2 games back from them are the Flamingos. 2 more games back from that are the Bears. Also tied with the Bears are the Hepcats, and 2 games back from them are the Kingpins. And then you start dropping way down. 4 games back from that, with the last playoff spot right now, are the Dillos at 22 and 26. 2 back are the Firehawks, 4 back are the Lemurs and the Dynamos, and finally 8 back are the Swifties. And now we will move on to the major standings. And over in the Legends side, we'll start here first. Legends East, Crabs right now 25 and 22, tied with the Voyagers. So 2 teams now in the lead in the Legends East. 5 games back are the Surge, and 8 games back are the Aviators. Over on the Legends West side, Sloss right now at 31 and 16. 4 games back are the Raptors, with the Vandals falling way back at 13 games behind, and the Makos finally at 18 games behind. Over on the Champions East side, the Apex are at 35 and 12. 7 games back are the Demons. The Stars are 13 games back, and the Supernovas are 31 games back. And finally, the Champions West, the Scorpions are at 36 and 11, with 3 games back the Rougarous. 15 games back each tied are the Toros and the Sea Serpents. So right now, looking at this wildcard matchup, it looks like once you get down here to the Surge on the Legend side, it starts dropping off. But Raptors, Crabs, and Voyagers still deep in this hunt here. And over here on the other side for the champions, Rougarous and Demons. And back right now, 6 are the Stars, with 7 for the Toros and the Sea Serpents. So these 3 teams here really need to get something going if they want to try and make a late run after the All-Star game the second half of the season. So that's going to finish this off. We're going to go ahead and get started here with uploading our sim index file so we can get that going for you. All these are checked. That one is correct. We'll take a look at these. First and third row checked, these 2 checked, and these 3 are checked as well. So off we go, and our sim file is starting as soon as I get the message. There we go. All right, so I hope everybody having a great Thanksgiving day. Again, I'm your host, Legally Blind Gamer. Joining me today was AU Gold, Enoch, Dirk Diglett, Hummus God, and Sarah posting, and I believe we still have Hummus God and Sarah posting. So let's take a minute and talk about how the season has gone so far. A lot of teams trying to make pushes that weren't traditionally part of the hierarchical standard that we've normally had the past several seasons for these playoff teams. How do you think it's going to go as we move into week 3? We'll start off with Sarah first.
I mean, being able to have some turnover is good in this league, and I'm kind of just trying to figure out what the hell is going to happen in the Legends East. Yeah, that was the one thing I wasn't sure of in predictions. I'm still not very sure if the Crabs are going to pull ahead, or the Voyagers are going to kind of keep it down. Of course, nobody had as much of a dramatic fall off as OBX, so yeah, it's really anybody's division there, I suppose. Well, not everybody, but Voyagers or Crowds, somebody's gonna have to win this by trying not to. So yeah, yeah, continue on. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with the how the minor season is going. The Kingpins are kind of where I expected them to be, being above 500. I'm hoping that yeah, we can just get into playoffs, and then hopefully this is a season where we can make a splash, and that'd be a pretty good success for yeah, my first season doing this. Yeah, definitely just still interesting. I'm hoping that this season brings us up some more surprises, because that's definitely good for the league. So yeah.
Nice. All right, well, Alexander Benjamin, are they going to get their second win? Hummus, what do you think is going to happen?
I had a good game today. I don't know if it was scored a win.
I think it was a no decision.
Yep, it was. Yeah. So still searching for my second win, but yeah, I kind of agree with Sarah. Turnover is good right at the top of the league. Buffalo tried to make a push before the season. they're struggling a bit, but still plenty of baseball to be played. Providence, as Sarah mentioned, they're also one of those teams that has been out of the picture for a bit, and they're trying to play themselves into the picture. It's going to be fun to see them fight for a playoff spot. Meanwhile, DBS, who had been out of the picture for a little while, they streaked into the playoffs last season. Post trade deadline, they were the best team in the league and made a run in the playoffs last season as well. So should be expecting them to make a run at the title. Apex looking like the Apex of old, of last year, at least I should say, where they won the championship. As Sarah mentioned, OBX did fall off a bit, but like we talked about, still plenty of baseball left. Similar record as Buffalo right now. Sloss are really firing right now. Probably the best team in the Legends Conference. Voyager's looking good as well. But yeah, in terms of new faces in the top tier of the league, it is good to see. So DVS making a comeback there in that spot. I know the Toros are making a run at a playoff spot in the Champions Conference. Demons still looking for their first championship. Lost to OBX in the World Series. They can make a run at it this year. Stars have recovered a bit and bounced back. But yeah, Legends East is going to be interesting now that OBX kind of fallen off a bit. So yeah, Rougarou looking real strong too. Haven't won the championship since season 23, looking to get that second title, looking to be the first expansion team to win 2 championships, which is kind of a crazy stat, right?
Right.
We're in the 29th season. No team after the original 6, so we call those expansion teams. No teams after the original 6 has ever won 2 championships.
That's
All
crazy.
of the teams with multiple championships are all part of the original 6. So it's interesting because New Orleans has been there at the end of the year each year. Oh yeah, Big Titty Smitty commenting reminds me, Boise is a team that's well above 500, ready to make another run at the playoffs. One of those teams that has been consistent over the last probably decade in the PBE. So yeah, great question for the panel, Sarah and I. I think this season is going to be really exciting. I actually turned 30 years old in the playoff races stream,
Woohoo.
so the goal is to be there. Right, it's Saturday.
Right.
I get to dictate how I spend my birthday. So therefore, uh, if I had a choice, I'd want to be there in that stream. There's no host yet, so it should be interesting to see who takes it. But yeah,
Harvey.
what'd you say? What'd you say?
Yeah, Harvey. Yeah, I don't know.
I,
I don't think I did a good audition today, but like Sim Team called me.
Well, we're glad to have you on, Sarah. We do have some more streams coming up this season, so you're welcome
Yeah,
to try and get on with those on those. Um, but it looks like here our file is done uploading. So let me go ahead and click the link to get that started here. We can get the index updated. And while that's going on, I'd like to remind everybody that the Saturday stream coming up is going to be Rabid Sponge and Pirate Captain Dom. And we will find out at the end of that stream who's going to be on the All-Star teams for the All-Star game coming up next Tuesday's stream. So make sure to tune in for that. And it looks like our file has been extracted. Let me go ahead and start and check the index itself. Make sure that is updated. We'll go ahead and pull this up here on the main screen and just do a refresh.
and I had a recommendation from HO. It's been a while since we did one of these, but it is Thanksgiving in America. I have announcements open. We're going to do a flash giveaway for merch. We haven't done a merch giveaway in a while, and
Nice.
yet we keep getting hype trains all the time coming through from you all. You guys are the most uh, philanthropic towards each other. So 27 of y'all are listening to me right now, but we are going to post a flash giveaway. It will be announced in the Saturday stream with Rabid and Pirate Captain Dom, where we're going to announce the All Stars. And so I'll post that very shortly. But yeah, just enter the thread. You know how we do giveaways here. You respond to the thread. I usually just copy and paste the list of those who replied into a sheet, send it over to the host. We draw 3 numbers, and we'll get 3 winners.
To my face. Stop.
Yeah, thank you all for being, active, keeping this community engaged. It's because of you all that we get to enjoy our time together. So, yeah, excited for this giveaway.
All
Yeah,
right.
because only 27 people are here for the announcement, you have a very good chance of winning.
No, I'll post it on Discord. People will see it.
Damn, okay. I
All
want to
right.
win.
Well, it looks like our file is uploaded. The index is updated. So I don't see anybody on Twitch for Out of the Park Baseball that we can raid. Do you want to just go ahead and sign this one off, Thomas, and let everybody have the rest of their evening doing Thanksgiving?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you all for watching.
absolutely. Again, a Legally Blind Gamer. Joining me today was AU Gold, Enoch, Dirk Diglett, Hummus God, and Sarah Posting. So, Sarah Posting, thank you so much for joining us today. Hummus God as well. Any last words either one of you two want to give before we sign off for the night?
No, happy Thanksgiving to Americans. I know Canada had their Thank Day in October, so sorry to miss
Right.
that. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. Gouts dropped in some gifted subs. Appreciate that earlier today.
And any last words, Sarah, before we sign off?
Yeah. So I should probably check my work email. It's been like an hour since I've like heard anything. Yeah, I'm kind of like getting paid to do this right now.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm such a good employee. So yeah, that's great. Yeah. So I wish all the Americans here a very happy Thursday.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight. We hope you have a great Thanksgiving Day with your friends and family. Again, reminder, Rabbit Sponge and Dom are on for Saturday night stream. We will announce the All-Star teams, the lineups for those at the end of that stream for the All-Star game next Tuesday. But again, thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Peace.